All right, all right, all right. Here we are. We're ready for another great edition of the SNF Showdown. Joining me always will be my man Rich. Also joining me, D Money will be in there as well a little bit later. Sean Sharkey will be joining us. We got a great matchup. I'm going to apologize right there. I'm at my parents' house with my brother as well. This is going to be a very interesting game.
Yeah,
obviously,
let's go!
We have lifelong Bears fans, but unfortunately, my mother is actually a Packers fan. So they are waiting at the bit, and the internet does not work here because Verizon is having an outage. So I'm doing everything from my cell phone. This is going to be very, very interesting. But other than that, welcome out there. Hey, Rich, how you doing today?
Good. What's going on? How are you doing?
Not much. I mean, I really wanted KC to win by more than 3. That would have been huge for me. But on the one hand, again, it's that fandom going, can the Bucks get back in this? Can they spotted them 17 and then clawed their way back out to lose by 3. But the only one happy by that is obviously D, which I'm sure we'll talk about that as well. The Browns, the fact that they didn't cover made this, I would have had a massive money on the Packers tonight if the Browns would have just covered. But yeah, they let up a touchdown at the end, but they win the game. So it's most things that advance you. What's up, Gerardo? How you doing? What's there? All right, so let's move on to this game. We got Shocks also joining us. What are we looking at? I mean, I like the Packers tonight.
Packers under.
Yeah, and if you're going to tease this, I love the Packers in the under 50. I will flat out tell you right now, I'm going to take the second half over. It's going to be around 20-21. That'll be a lock. Sorry, Trubisky's back under helm, which means the Bears' second half will be in full flavor tonight. I think they'll be able to put up points in garbage time. So I'm definitely looking at that. So there's D, who had a little bit of a scare, but then he's going to say, no, we never worried about it all. That we were perfect. So it's there. I do think the Packers cover the spread. I like the spread at 7. I'm not a fan of the 7.5. I definitely don't love the 9.5, but I can see they cover. What's of it? I told you today is going to be interesting. The good news is you don't see Box Boy next to me because it's a small camera. All right, so let me see if I can enter some banners here to get us out here and out the door. So do we like are we giving out the Packers minus 7.5?
I don't like the 7.5. I'm not saying that they're not going to cover, because I think the Packers will pretty much beat up the Bears. This more comes down to the number. I wouldn't just at 7.5 doesn't do well with me, you know.
I'm taking the 7.5. You guys beat.
Yeah, I mean, I took the 7.5. It's definitely one that I took.
I like the teaser.
I think this is more about. Go on.
I'm not going to take the side when it's a 7.5, and I can tease it down to 1.
Yeah, I can tease it down to 1, or you buy the half point and make it 7.
Yeah, I teased down to 1, and then I teased up to 51 for the under.
Yeah, I'm having issues with the banner trying to do this from my phone, so I'm not going to be able to put banners up.
I can drop them in the chat.
Drop it in the chat. I can just put them on the screen from there.
Yeah, I'll drop my plays in the chat, and then so besides the teaser, I also like I took the Bears team total over a half point in the first quarter. I just like to play that anytime I see it available, unless it's with the Jets. And then I also took Robert Tonyan over 3.5 receptions Bears defense is tough, but they can be beat in the middle. So they're tough on the outsides, but I think they're like fourth or fifth worst in the league versus the tight end.
I mean, against the
you took Robert Tonyan.
Tanyan's receptions over 3.5.
Yeah, and you're getting plus money on that. That is
money,
absolutely gorgeous. That's one of the things I was looking at. Yeah, I took that as well. I also took Trubisky's rushing yards. It's 16.5. I took that.
I would take Aaron Jones's rushing yards over 61.5. Like Delvin Cook put up 96 on them. A bunch of other running backs I was looking at put around 68 to 70 yards on the Bears rushing.
I'm on Aaron Jones as well. I definitely think he's going to have a good day, especially if Akeem Hicks is limited in any way, or if he doesn't even dress. It's a rivalry game. That's the one question. And 16.5 is so small. It's just the last couple of weeks, they just haven't done anything. So, I mean, but again, that's Foles under center. I still expect the Packers to be able to put pressure on them.
I think it's Mookie too, though. He's the problem as well. Like they don't pass to anybody. Like Allen Robinson has been completely useless. Miller, like I don't know what they do on offense. Like I don't know who makes those play calls, but they don't do anything. They haven't done anything. So it's kind of hard.
I mean, Robinson's going to get his tonight. The one thing I don't see though is they always put Robinson's props so high. Right. I mean, I took Devontae Adams at over 7 catches. I think he still gets 100 yards. I didn't have a prop for Marquez Valdes-Scantling, but if I did, I would probably take him. So that would be definitely one thing I'm looking at. With no other internet, I don't really even have a way to bet. If I change the screen, I think it's going to stop the show. So this will be interesting. Maybe I'll have to take my son's iPhone and bet on that.
Yeah, take your son's iPad. You're the dad.
It's not the iPad. There's no Wi-Fi right now. Verizon said it was going to be up. Hopefully it's up by tomorrow morning or I can't work. Yeah. So it'll be very interesting. What's up, Ramon? Thanks for having you in the chat. So to reiterate, we're on Packers -7, teasing it down. If you want to take the teaser, we like the Packers -1, -1.5, and the under 50.5. Is that right, Rich?
I got 51.
51.
I'm dropping in the chat right now.
Okay. We like Tonyan over 3.5 receptions. You're getting plus money on that. I'd like Devontae Adams over 7 receptions. I like Marquez Valdes-Scantling for anytime touchdown, but I can't see what it would be. But that's going to be at least plus money. I like Trubisky. I have 17, so I'm taking 17 yards rushing. And
MVS is plus 210, by the way.
Plus 210. Okay, cool. So I like MVS at plus 210, and we like Aaron Jones rushing. The only other thing I think I just have a sneaky feeling that Daryl Mooney is going to get some catches here, and he's at plus money.
They haven't used him since like week 1, right? And I think he had like
Trubisky hasn't quarterbacked in 3 weeks.
I was gonna say, does Trubisky like him?
He's a guy that Trubisky went to when he played. He's a guy that he likes. He's also going to be the third receiver, which means most of the time he'd be working out with Trubisky or the backup quarterback. So I just have a feeling Daryl Mooney gets a chance. Hold on. We're going to try to give Rob.
What are we doing?
I don't.
Sean, yeah, that's a creepy face he's got frozen on the screen.
That's a good place to freeze. It's like every dad's Facebook photo Every dad's Facebook profile.
Yeah, it's like
Just take the
they see,
lean back and take it.
It's like right above, and they look down at the phone.
All right. A little bit of internet stuff. So yeah, that's definitely not going to work. It's there, but we'll see if, yep, here comes. L2H is in the house.
Anyone
listen to Heller. Yes, we can
Mr.
hear
Watson,
you. You got a
what's going
big
on?
giant black
The guru.
screen.
I'm on a walk. I haven't left my house. I was all cooped up all day. So I couldn't hit 7.5 more, but I think the Bears stink. That's where I'm sitting.
I think it's a rivalry game. I think what you're missing is the Green Bay defense is not that good either.
Yeah,
They're not good, but that's why I like the -1.5 over 38.5.
Hello, I have to tell you something important. Can you mute?
They're good. Packers. The Packers defense is not good, but they are not terrible against the pass. They seem to sell out to stop the pass, and they can get burned to stop the run. So if Trubisky and David Montgomery can take advantage of them in the rushing game, I think that'll open up the pass a little bit. But I mean, the Bears stink. They're not a very good team.
So bad.
And when you watch their games, going back to what Shock said earlier, I don't know what the Bears do. Like, I don't know what the Bears do when they're on offense, because you look at their box score and you're like, what even happened in this game? Like, what plays were you even running?
No, I'm with you.
And I recall, watching their games, multiple times, especially with Foles starting, and it seemed like almost once every series, Foles would take about 6 or 7 steps back, and he'd have guys like in his face, and he would just chuck it up, and he would just throw it up, and if somebody was out there to catch it, they would, but usually it was either an interception or an incompletion.
I agree with your take. I just think you watch Tampa, Kansas City earlier, and Kansas City has no business not covering 3.5. When you have those -0.5 points on those key numbers, 3, 7, 10, it's just tricky to bet that. So that's why I really would go with the teaser there. And I'm just debating if I want to go over or under. I don't like to go against Rich. I just feel like 38.5 points. I know it's a rivalry game. To me, Green Bay could get you 35. I know they might not, but that's really my logic there.
I can see this game being like a 27-17 type game or something, 27-20.
Right. Well, then you're over hits.
So I realize we don't really like to go back and look, further than a few weeks, but just looking back to last season, this was an under both times. Week number 1,
38.5 points.
So it was week number 1 last year. It was a 10-3 game. And that was Green Bay won that. And then week number 15 was 21-13, so it was 34.
I mean, there's a lot of defensive injuries on both sides as well, I think, versus last year. So that could be kind of a change in numbers. But
I think the Bears were a better team. I think the Bears were a better team last year than they are this year, if I recall correctly. And I feel like Green Bay is a better team this year than they were last year.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What do you think about the Packers over 27.5 points?
That's a lot. That's a lot of points.
I just feel like Chicago, if they're not converting any first downs, all of a sudden you're giving Rodgers good field position on so many possessions in a row. Even with a good defense, it's tough to maintain that. Sure.
Yeah, especially if they're on the field. If the defense is on the field a lot, if Chicago's offense can't sustain, then Green Bay is gonna, then their defense is gonna be on the field a lot, and they're gonna get tired. That might be something I might look to maybe do a third quarter or second half team total. See, kind of want to see how it goes.
Right.
I honestly think Montgomery can move the ball on the if they make the right play calls, they run this on the ground, like you were saying earlier. Like the Green Bay defense is not, they're not anything special, and they can easily be run on.
They can be run on.
Yeah, they can run on real easily, and they have a back in Montgomery.
Aaron,
So
come here.
if they utilize him, I think Chicago can run some drives.
We also
Aaron cut AJ's head. AJ's head.
This thing?
Yes, that thing's hurt. And he cut his head. He cut it.
Is he okay?
He's trying to stop the bleeding in his head.
I mean, I kind of want to tell Sean that he's not on mute, but I'm kind of interested.
He's got a gash.
Okay.
He's got a gash. Do you have anything for? Well, this is not a Band-Aid. This is a gash on in his head. Here, come here.
It's not a big deal. It's fine.
Come here. Let Grandpa see this. Here. See this?
Stop! You're making Aaron feel
Look.
bad.
No, I don't.
Sean,
Right here.
Must see TV. He can't hear us.
I feel bad too because
I
it's
think we could need to go
serious,
get
but
stuff from that.
No.
I might have some liquid here.
well,
Okay, thank
broke
you.
his head, so.
I'm not getting stitches. Not during COVID.
You're not getting stitches. They
I
put this
agree
blue
with
stuff
Ramon,
on it.
though, that that Montgomery could be looked at a play here. I think if the Bears are going to score, they might do it through.
The gash is big.
Is it this?
Yes, that hurts. That really hurts. That's solid.
Sean,
must be a big cut.
I don't want to go to the hospital during COVID.
It's not
Wait, you
hospital.
again?
Grandpa has some.
It's express
I
care.
looked. I don't see a spot.
Sorry, they just decided to wrestle.
we heard
My son
everything.
has a
Yeah, we
gash on
heard.
his head.
Everything all right?
Sorry. It's fine.
Watson,
Probably gotta
don't
go
you know you
get
run
some
a show?
stitches.
Don't you know you run a show, Shawnee?
Yes,
I'm just kidding. I hope
I'm
everything's
aware of
okay.
that, but I told these guys to make sure they hold on because I didn't know. Yes, yep. So when I drop off, you guys dropped
No, it's
last time? or
no.
did
It's
it-
your
did it still
screen
go?
froze, but we were still here.
And we heard everything you said.
Okay, all right.
Grandpa was involved, stitches. We didn't
All right.
want to go to the hospital because of COVID. We got the whole nine.
all right.
So I was thinking the same thing with Montgomery that you were talking about, Shocks. The problem is that Montgomery doesn't really take advantage of matchups.
Right.
And this is a very good matchup for him. I don't have any confidence that he's going to take advantage of it. I also don't have any confidence that Matt Nagy is good enough to recognize that that's how you need to attack this game. And I think given the opportunity to do the right thing, Nagy's probably going to do the wrong thing. Like he's just not a very good coach.
He's as
So-
bad as Gase. Almost put him
Yeah.
up there with Gase.
I mean, I feel like he's a younger Adam Gase with a little bit better talent. I mean,
And I'm throwing Anthony Lynn in there too, unfortunately. Poor guy, man. I mean, like the guy just makes horrible play calls. The Chargers should not be losing that many games, and a lot of it is the play calling and just when it matters.
yeah.
And they
I
had
think,
every opportunity to win that game today, too.
yeah.
I mean, what was
Yeah.
Josh Allen doing? At a
It's
certain point, you just put the ball in your running back's belly, take some time off the clock. You're up 10 points, and you can't keep throwing an interception to start the drive like that. Inexcusable.
yeah, they throw for no reason too. Like when you don't have to. The play calling there is horrible as well. But
Yeah,
yeah,
It's weird because Buffalo was never they were always a defense and a run oriented team, and now all of a sudden they're like a run and gun, and they want to run West Coast or
Very
something, some stupid stuff. I don't know, and not play
they had to-
defense apparently.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, they're over. I know missed today. I mean, not over should have hit today. I mean, with the amount of turnovers supposed
The over should have hit. Yeah.
The over should have hit. Yeah. I mean, those who took the under 51.5 were very happy. But, anyways, I took your Tunyon over. I'm going with the Packers teaser with the over. I'm not going to go under. I'm sorry, Rich, but That's what
I
I'm.
think they both. I think the number probably falls right in there, but
Hopefully,
I think 2
Okay.
weeks in a row, I think I've had to sweat both sides. Either I sweat the over and I sweat the under, and it it fell in the middle. It fell in the middle both times. They both won, but it's one of these games where I don't see 52 points in this game.
Okay, fair enough. I don't disagree. I'm just hoping Green Bay scores 35 and I don't have to worry about anything. But
Yeah.
anyways, guys, I'll talk to you. Maybe I'll log back in later. But I'm heading home.
All right, man. We'll see you.
Go back. Later.
Yeah. So hold on here. I'm going to show you the culprit. So
What is that? A garbage can?
yeah, it's a garbage can with seashells. So they were wrestling, all MMA style. Him and his cousin, and I guess he had a flip, and that went right into the side of his head. And then it was like, "Is my head bleeding?"
That's what happens. That's what happens. You white people with your fancy trash cans, fancy seashell trash can.
Hold on, time out. You white people?
Ramon Scott got a college basketball player that I'm gonna tail here, and UNC Greensboro, I guess. Team total over 73.5.
What time's that kick
Who
off?
are they playing?
I think it's coming up at 8:30. Greensboro's playing. Just looking it up. I was looking at it earlier. It might have started. No, did it? I don't see it anymore. My book's been weird because I don't think it can't support a lot of data. It comes up at 8:30. UNC is playing Winthrop. So.
Oh, okay.
But my book is weird because it can't support a lot of data. So if there's a lot of like football games and soccer games, it puts priority. Then it can't. It only shows like 2 or 3 college basketball games to live bet on. Oh, it's postponed. I think, right? Oh, is it?
I don't even see it on my list.
I don't have that as a game at all.
It could have disappeared then. Yeah, it could be postponed is what Yella is saying.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I was getting ready to start here.
I've got it canceled. I've got it listed as canceled.
Yeah.
Greensboro and Winthrop.
The only other one is Radford coming up, which I don't know. I haven't watched either of those teams. No idea. Plus, it's the 3rd day in a row, and half these kids are like tired. You could tell that the fatigue like catches up 3 days in a row. A lot of the games went under today.
I don't understand how they've got how they're playing multiple teams, multiple games, multiple days on the same floor. Like,
you know what's funny? What they do with the COVID thing though is like they have like when you look at where the players sit, they all sit. So it's so dumb because it's like, all right, you guys were all just hanging out in the locker room together. Like that's not how it works. That when you come out and you sit like a seat apart, that doesn't matter anymore. You guys could all sit next to each other. Like,
right.
It doesn't matter because you were all on the same bus. You were all sitting in the same room eating.
Yep.
So that's not how it works. But they do that just for the appearance of it. I guess just to be like, yeah, we're so. But in the grand scheme, I wouldn't care if I saw the players sitting next to each other because I know that they were all hanging out. Like I know how it works. Like
right.
You're not stopping anything by separating them.
So can we talk about the
Browns?
No, I want to talk about how the NFL just decided to say, screw you to the Broncos.
So that was. I actually want to talk about that too because how do you move the Steelers and again to another extra day? It's not on Tuesday, but you basically told the Broncos your whole quarter, every single one of your quarterbacks was COVID. You guys still got to start.
So,
but it wasn't the same numbers. You didn't have the same numbers.
So what I heard was that there was no there's no outbreak, right? Apparently, it was they were disqualified or they were deemed unable to play because they were found to not be following protocols and not participating in contact tracing. So it was almost like a punishment thing.
Okay.
But I mean, that's pretty shitty. Like I'm not a Broncos fan. I really don't like the Broncos at all. But I mean, that's kind of a shitty thing to do to a team, especially when you watch that game and you're like, well, you basically just gave the Saints a free win here. Like,
it was basically a free win. Like, I don't know why you played that game just to play that game, but like, there was no way the Broncos had any chance of winning that.
No, and the NFL at this point is they're determined to keep pushing forward when there's just it feels like we're heading to the cliff here.
Right.
Like it feels like we're on the brink. Between I would imagine that it's only going to there's one catch for Tanyan. I would imagine that after the holidays it's probably going to ramp up, especially if guys were off with their family or whatever. And it goes back to kind of what we talked about before, which is all these players living in different areas, all the states having different, regulations and stuff. If you're in the north, right, everybody's kind of following, the mask thing. And I mean, there's some people that aren't, but I mean, for the most part, they're kind of following the mask and the social distancing. And we really have been for the most of this since March or whatever. But I mean, if you're in the South or if you're in Florida or whatever, it's just like the Wild West. Nobody's really doing anything. They're just like, okay, yeah, go ahead and get COVID. We don't really care. So they're, the players and stuff, they're just adapting to whatever the local kind of like what the locals are doing. And I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, the Ravens Steelers, I can't believe they haven't canceled that game yet. I mean, they literally, there's no way the Ravens are going to have enough players to play. Like, they've got 20 guys. They've got 20 guys was the last I saw that have actually tested positive, and you're talking 10 to 14 days without those players.
Well, I guess to Sean's point, that kind of makes sense too, that they were like, that they were thinking of the amount of players, right? If it's just like 3 quarterbacks and a couple other people on the Broncos, but in the grand scheme of things, you can't really have a game without a quarterback. So
yeah,
if you can move that one to Tuesday too and have like a double header or something on Tuesday, that probably would have been more fair, I think, is what the Broncos were trying to say.
Man, Aaron Jones is doing work this first drive.
Yo, that over 60 yards is clutch. He's already got like 22, I think.
Yeah, he's ripped a couple chunks already.
Yep, it's time to double dip.
You're gonna take Aaron Jones again.
Hit it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is when we cash. When we watch to see how it goes in the first quarter. Then it comes up. You're going to get a slight bump, and it's time to double dip.
So the only warning with that was there was one other game this year, one other primetime game this year. It was I forget which game it was, but it was the one where
it was the Jamal Williams show in the third quarter.
Exactly. Jones came out and looked. Jones was like questionable for the game or something, and he looked amazing on the first drive. And they used him on. He had like 6 or 8 touches on the first drive, and then they didn't hardly use him the rest of the game.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, where they brought in Williams, and that was bullshit.
Yeah, but this is a rivalry game, and they need to win.
They do, and hopefully this isn't the Packers get up by so much and they just take Aaron Jones and put him on ice. I mean, I want to see the Packers.
Yeah, but that was also his first game back.
Right. Yep.
And as long as it's at 75 right now. I mean, you're talking about a 15-yard bump that he's already done in the game. So that's where they're. I mean, I wouldn't take him over 90, 80, stuff like that, but it's 70 yards. And I mean, I definitely think.
I would take that because like I said, a lot of the backs that have faced the Bears have been between anywhere between like 60 and 90 yards. And most teams have actually had receiver, like one receiver get to 90 to 100 yards. So I could see Devontae Adams getting his 83 yards or whatever it was.
I already took Adams, but yeah, I definitely like that as well. Yep.
The only thing I was trying to decide was between the anytime touchdowns between Aaron Jones and Devon. Maybe they both could get it. I mean, but
that's the one thing. It is Jamal Williams generally once they get real close to the goal line.
Like,
if Aaron Jones is going to score, he's going to score from 7 or 8 yards out.
Yeah, the only way would be like if Aaron Jones breaks off a like a 20-yard run or 15-yard run, or he gets like a pass out of the backfield.
Yeah, they took Jones out when they got in the red zone. They got Williams in there right now.
They're a bunch of jerks. I think I might take Devontae Adams passing touchdown or receiving touchdown, I should say, not passing. It's minus 124. I might wait if they don't throw it to him here. Then Thielen had it the next morning. Did he get it after he played the game, or did he actually expose everyone to the game to COVID? He got reasonable content like this. I probably shouldn't be interactive with anybody. Shouldn't quarantine till shit's over. He's gonna die. I like what Ramon said.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, so not only do the Niners have to figure out where they're going to play, they got to figure out where they're going to practice too.
I would think.
Yeah, but they won today, so maybe it's a blessing in disguise because they've been terrible at home.
They won today and they completely screwed everybody. Like I don't know how many people were on the Rams, but I know I was. It was there's Adams' touchdown.
Yeah.
Last leg of my teaser and completely hosed me.
Touchdown Packers.
Oh, I tried to take it live and it kicked me out before I could.
I got to tell you, this sucks. I am so far behind you. I know exactly how you feel now. You said there's Adams' touchdown. Rodgers was still snapping the ball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So,
I got you this time.
Yeah, we're gonna dish it out to Sean tonight.
Okay. One, I'm at my father's, so let me introduce you to 3 words. Dish and DSL.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I can tell you're on DSL already because everything is just like you're moving.
Well, I'm not on DSL here. The DSL is not working.
Now, right?
Right now, I'm on cellular. So,
oh man, he just missed that freaking extra point.
You know, why's that been happening?
Mason Crosby.
Am I the only one?
It happened a couple of years. It happened a couple of years ago when they moved the extra point to the 35-yard line. I mean, I think the 25-yard line, and that made them more like, hey, it's a 36-yard field goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
25.
Yeah,
so you're having 35.
Yeah, it's 35.
So it's a 35-yard field goal, which people do miss. You get a bad snap, you get a bad hold, the ball, you get any wind. So it's no longer a gimme. Where when college, it's at the old 2-yard line. When they miss an extra point, at that point, you want to just come across and strangle them and say, damn, we could have got a girl that played soccer to kick this extra point, and you can't make this.
Did that girl kick anything in that game besides that kickoff?
No, that was it. The only reason they made her get the kickoff because they knew that they weren't probably going to score, so that's the way to get the history. Which to me, it's kind of cheap.
I was going to say, did you hear before the commentator said that Nagy said this was Mitch's best practice ever, best week of practice ever that he's had?
Well, you know I mean. Magic Mitch is the man. I have no issue with Magic Mitch. It's the same way It's there. I've added there. If they put him under center, I'm going to actually drive through the phone, go to Lambeau, and sit there and say, "What the crap are you doing?" Mitch is a spread quarterback. Make decisions or run. That's what he is. He's best in that environment. If they try to put him under center and hand to David Montgomery 7 times. You just want to sometimes just shoot yourself.
True.
I think,
All right, but so far we're looking pretty good. Let me look at some lives things. I want to see if this works. Did you guys tell me if you can hear me?
Yeah, we could hear you.
All right, cool. So live line is 11.5 for Green Bay right now. Money line is -600. Bears next drive. I'm going to take punt for -120. Official play.
Oh no!
I don't.
I need points.
Bears
I know.
turnover.
What do you mean you need points?
Bears turnover plus 450.
Because
We're
I
on
took the Bears. I took the Bears first quarter.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm looking at first quarter lines. Bears to win the money line. That's okay. Yes. Bears first quarter 6.5. You want them on the money line? They're plus 550. First half line is Green Bay -9.5. Up 7. I don't mind that. I really don't. I actually kind of like that. I mean, especially if the Bears come out here and punt.
Don't worry, guys. This was Mitch's best week of practice ever. It's gonna be.
We'll see if that translates into them being able to move the ball and get me a field goal here.
By the way, Aaron Jones is down to a respectable -125 right now.
Allen Robinson, he's alive.
Allen Robinson catches like 8 balls a game. I don't know what you guys are doing.
They don't throw to him.
How many yards has he had? He barely gets. All right, fine. He gets receptions, but he doesn't get any yards.
Foles wasn't throwing to him. If he didn't catch one of those back foot bombs where he just throws it up, if he didn't catch one of those, he didn't get more than 40 or 50 yards in a game. Oh, nice rip. Oh, man, Montgomery. Holy cow.
That's appropriate.
Holy cow.
We were talking about before.
There we go.
And also, I feel like since my
Now don't screw this up.
Oh, Bears going all the way down.
Did we not say this, Rich, before about Montgomery? He could just beat up that.
Well, I mean, that's
What are the
we told you
Packers doing? There's nobody even on the line.
Yeah, there's nobody in the middle.
There was nobody on the line. What were they doing? Have these guys played defense before?
And also, why didn't somebody dive down and tap the back of his heels? I feel like the guy just ran with him for an extra.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, 23 did a good job holding his hand for like 12 yards.
Yeah, while they were running together. There you go.
The Bears are in the red zone, and then they get stuffed.
I think they had 3 guys. I think they had 3 guys down. 2 were on the 2 were on the complete right side of the line, and then there was just one guy by himself on the other side. But I don't think I've ever seen a defensive formation like that.
Pick in the end zone. It's going to happen.
No, I just need him to kick a field goal. That's all I want is a field goal. I don't want him to score no touchdown. Don't care. I just need a field goal. Oh, what is going on? Oh my God!
I told you. Oh, it almost happened.
Oh my God! Are you freaking kidding me? No.
Did Cole Kmet score?
I don't.
Because he was one of the sneaky guys I wanted to
that's
take.
not a catch. That's not a catch. He never had that.
Turnover plus 450.
No, he never has. He never makes a move.
Ball. That's an incompletion. Oh Lord. So they ruled it incomplete.
Here's my one thing. If you're a defensive player and you're just going to fall on it, wouldn't it just be easier to just kick it out of the back of the end zone, knock it out of the back of the end zone with your hands? Why worry about catching it? I'm just going to throw this out the back of the end zone. It's going to be the same result. The only difference is I'm not going to get credit for a
He's
fumble
going to
recovery.
challenge this.
Why are the Bears not
came
get up
down.
on that line and run a play?
Yeah, when he caught it, his leg came down. Like he took a step and he turned. So I think
The Bears have taken the strategy of running the slowest next play ever. Touchdown. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Wow.
wow, he ripped it out.
Which I absolutely hate that. I mean, basically they fought through the ball for him holding it for like 7 steps.
Wait, wasn't he about to challenge that? He had like the red flag in his hand. He never threw it?
He didn't challenge it.
But
No.
yeah, he was going to challenge it. It wasn't a catch. He would have lost that. So you got the Robinson. It's a good throw, by the way.
That was a
now
good
Robinson's yeah, the ball's definitely loose. It was almost an interception.
It was, yeah.
I'm telling you guys, it's coming. Mitch's time.
There we go. Cash it. Bears first quarter.
This is just foreshadowing to what's going to come at a crucial Bears drive that's going to be needed.
That was
all right, folks. Ring that bell. Ring that bell. First quarter, Bears over. What was it? 2.5 points.
Over a half.
Over a half. Just any points at all. We cash it. There you go. 1-0 to start the night.
If that series that just happened there is any indication of how this game is going to go, I think I'm going to need some more beer. Goodness.
Are you scared about your under?
No. Well, I don't know. I mean, the Bears, at no point was I ever confident that the Bears were going to get a touchdown after Montgomery didn't get in from 65 yards out. Like when Montgomery didn't get in from that far out,
right.
I was more worried that the Bears were going to turn the ball over before they kicked the field goal.
You got to remember, like he's not going to have a 40-yard gash like that on every drive. Like that's not going to happen anymore. So
no, I was more worried that the Bears were going to turn it over before they got a chance to kick a field goal, which they on 2 out of 3 plays they almost did. So.
So the live totals
defender over his head. If Robinson catches that, that's a beautiful.
Yeah. Plus, you've got. I mean, these little, we're kicking a field goal instead of getting a touchdown. Green Bay missing an extra point. All these little, point here, 3 points there. That all
on that 0.5,
and it all goes towards the under.
Yeah,
I mean it's all unrealized points.
But it's also like those half point on the key numbers, like what we were talking about. That's where it comes to bite you in the ass at the end of the game.
Well, that's what happened. That's what happened in the Browns Jacksonville game, which I realized. I didn't have the 7.5. But literally, like Jacksonville kicked the extra point, and then there was an offsides, and they decided to take the extra point off the board and go for it go for the 2-point conversion, which they didn't get, and then it ended up being an 8-point game instead of a 7-point game, and the line was 7.5 pregame.
Okay. I mean, you guys are missing Myles Garrett, man. Like he makes a big difference for your defense.
They could not stop. They could not stop Robinson. Like that dude he was gashing them the entire game, and like Glennon would throw one pass. He would throw one pass or 2 passes, and Robinson was just gashing them for 15 or 20 yards.
Yeah,
almost on every other carry. It was crazy. I mean that dude he's good, and their run defense is not the best, but it's not it's not terrible.
Yeah, I mean their issue has been just their quarterback play is what the problem is. Yellow's asking, what book do you use, Rich?
That is So those half
On the live
those
line?
half points, those are available on Bovada and also on Heritage. Those are not available on Bookmaker had it at 3.
Let's go Devontae.
All right, I'm going to tell you right now, after this drive by the Packers, I'm going to take Cole Clement anytime touchdown. Should be about plus 1,500.
Wait.
They absolutely love Cole Kmet. They actually have already gone to him once down in the red zone. I like my chances there.
You think Mitch has a better rapport with him than he does with Jimmy Graham?
I think yes. I think
I'm only saying
trying to-
that because I know that Foles seemed to like Jimmy Graham. So I don't know if it's like if Jimmy Graham's thing is because of Foles or
Clement's starting to be on the field more because they want him to take over. He was compared to Travis Kelce when he was drafted.
Yep.
I'll take that. Put that in Sid's box on the other side of the table.
I might take the over in Devontae Adams' yards, just trying to get a look on it, but not good. I think he's going to go for over 100 tonight.
Throw for over 100?
No, he's going to go for over 100. Devontae Adams.
Oof. Bears tackling. Yikes. Mm-hmm.
We're going to need some stops, though, Rich.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, Gerardo, I'm going to wait till after this drive because it'll go up as soon as this drive goes down because more time will come off.
I mean, we're almost through the first quarter, though.
Yeah, let's hope there's a stop here, or maybe just a field goal.
Yeah, the reason your anytime touchdown stats go off because as time comes off the field, there's less chance to get it. That should Equanimous? Unanimous?
Yeah, Ramon's on the same page as me. Adams over yards all night. Oh, is that pass interference?
No, it was roughing the passer. Oh, that was a I don't know about that call.
Yeah, that wasn't
What? Oh, man.
If he touches his face
in the
mask,
helmet.
they call it.
He poked him in the helmet with his finger. I literally have no idea what they call what the roughing the passer was there.
Well, no, he touched his face mask with his hand.
He touched his helmet. You can't touch the helmet with there. That was like the Bucs game. You had
which was disgusting.
A call on Mahomes.
I realized that both of those
right against him.
I realized that both of those calls were by the rule book, but both of those calls were disgusting. And then Brady got one right in the face. They got a good one in on Brady the second time.
I would rather nobody score here.
Yeah, we need this stout Bears defense to step up here.
Khalil Mack is like sleeping. I haven't seen that guy in any drive.
There we go.
There we go.
They had him in the backfield and nobody decided to tackle him. They thought maybe he was gonna give himself up.
Nichols. I think Khalil Mack's like taking a nap somewhere on the bench. I'll put him back in.
I mean so far the Bears defense is. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this under.
Well, if they can stand up here and keep them to a field goal attempt. Nope, there goes Rodgers. Oh, that's Lindsley.
trying to. You know what? I had to remember if they don't score here, which I hope they don't. I'm taking Aaron Jones anytime touchdown there. I think also taking I think Rodgers anytime touchdown. I would like to see what the lines are on that, but
Rushing?
yeah, rushing touchdown, Aaron Rodgers. I could see that at some point in this game. James Madison on the way. I think I got on that
14-9 right now.
Yeah, I was only on one. I was only on one college basketball game, which I gave, and that hit in the chat. If you looked, the over didn't, but the ATS did. And actually, I myself, because you love those windows, I teased Rutgers down to 12, and I took Hofstra at plus 15, and it fell in the magic window.
a 3-point.
It's got to fall right in this. It's got a very specific spot it needs to land.
It's actually
but I can afford to do it after my Saturday. My Saturday was pretty nice.
Yeah, you're on fire with college football.
Yeah,
It's like
I mean you killed it. I tailed all those second half plays, every one that I saw, and I think it was like, I mean, every play that I saw, I feel like it was like 6-1 or 7-1.
Yeah, we didn't lose any second halves. We just pushed 2. Yeah.
I remember I was like driving and I just saw.
Oh yeah, that's right. You know what? The only play that I lost was what was it? Washington, maybe? Was it who was one? Was
yeah,
it
Washington -7. I didn't give it. I just said this is what I was. What I was.
Yeah.
On. Yeah.
That was the only play that I took that lost. Everything else that you gave out, won. It was a very nice Saturday.
Yeah. I was surprised because I saw how much you swore off college football, and you're like, I'm tailing, and I'm like,
no.
All right.
What I swore off of was capping it myself.
Okay.
Because obviously my read is just not good this year. It's just not good. So
yeah, pre-match I haven't been that good either.
I know when to call it quits.
Yep. So yeah, it was a good day there. Gerardo, I'm not sure I would jump on a first half right now because in the middle of drive, if Green Bay scores here, you're going to get a better number. If you want the under, you're going to get like a 27.5.
Yeah.
Here's Adams.
Somebody. Oh boy. Yeah, I should have. Taking Adams over 1.5 touchdowns might also be might be a play.
Did you look at this? Did you look at this Virginia Tech South Florida game at all?
Did I get on that? Yeah.
What side are you on in that?
Virginia Tech.
On the spread?
I'd be on the other.
Yeah, -7.5 on the spread.
What's the score on that? Because I like the other side. I missed it.
36-23 Virginia Tech at half. Second half, Tech -1. And a 66.5.
I haven't been watching the game, so I don't know if, Ramon Scott's on Virginia Tech and the over for the full game.
You guys like the second half -1? We think they're going to win by. We think they're going to win by more than 14.
I like the over in this game. The South Florida can definitely put a point.
What was the pregame over, Sean?
It's in the 140s because G Unit gave it.
It's down to 126 now.
Yeah, it was 126 now.
I mean, here's the question: you got to look at South Florida. I think this is their first or maybe second game.
Yeah.
And Virginia Tech just played an overtime game. I mean, I'm taking South Florida. I liked South Florida with the points before, and now I'm getting 12 points.
We think they're tired. We think they have tired legs. Maybe we got an under in the second half.
I think essentially as we go on.
But I don't know. I just think Virginia Tech has a lot of. They just have a lot of talent. They have a good bench. I mean, I have them at 7.5, so I'm not going to take them to win by 14.5 again. But I think they cover the 7.5. I don't know. I don't know. South Florida covers the 14. Actually, I'm gonna look at the stats of that game right now.
Yeah. So I was looking at it. I was looking at it a little bit.
How many points does Diarra have? Where did he go? Did Sean drop off? Yeah. Let's see. Diarra's got.
Wait, which?
4.
I mean, the one thing you saw
He's
is
got 2 points.
Yeah.
USF shot 37%, and Virginia Tech shot 51%.
Right.
That was kind of a big deal when you see it. I think that I did grade the game out at around 140. 130. I thought it was.
I think you're better taking USF +1 second half, Rich, if you want.
Yeah, I think you're looking at South Florida.
I think they can.
Yeah, I think you're looking at South Florida maybe shooting a little better in the second half.
Well, DR only has 2 points,
which will help the over. I mean, if South Florida shoots anything better, you're going to get that over. 66 isn't that big, especially for a second half score.
And Tech had, Tech was 2 for 2 free throws. And there's a touchdown. Well, at least it came in the second quarter.
Yeah.
I bet anybody that had that first quarter 9.5 was probably not happy.
Nope. You could always tell though when the ball's at like the 50-yard line and there's like 2 minutes left that they're not going to score that touchdown till the second quarter. Unless.
I mean, what do we got for second quarter number here? I mean, also, by the way, every Green Bay Packer game we get, I don't know why we weren't on it. Mercedes Lewis scores a touchdown, and he's a huge anytime touchdown guy. And it's like the third game that he scored a touchdown.
He looks like he's about 8 feet tall.
Well, he's a big guy. I mean, he's always was. I mean, he was supposed to be a really good tight end, but he always gets hurt.
He's also old.
Yeah. I mean, it's 13-3 right now. Live line is 12.5. The total is now creeped up under over a teaser. Not good. 50.5.
But doesn't Green Bay, if they get a good enough lead, they're gonna just like run it and punt it?
Yeah.
They're not. They put the pedal to the metal and just keep.
Yeah, going. I don't think they're gonna keep attacking. But
the difference is a rivalry game. At a rivalry game, you want to beat the crap out of them.
Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, Green Bay could still score. They could still score 28 or 31 points, and the Bears could still score like 10.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Yes, correct. It could be something like that, but I believe in Mitch in the second half. Again, under the Bears, under Mitch's role, second half overs are going to cash. We're going to be all over that. I'm just crazy there. I'm really pissed. They did not move my boy. They did not move my boy Cole Kmet up anymore, but I'm going to take the plus 1,200. So
if the Bears are down, of course it's going to go over because all Mitch is going to have to do is throw now.
Well, I mean, I don't think right now. I mean, it's 13-3. You're not giving up the game plan, especially with Montgomery, who just had a massive run. So, all right, let's see what we got live for props. Not available.
Impersonators.
So live second quarter, I've got Bears plus 8.5, plus 600 on the money line, and 20.5 on the total.
Yeah, I see a first half line of Bears plus 10.5, so that makes sense.
There's Kmet again.
Running for 65 yards. Keep going. Keep going.
So
I mean, what did we get the first quarter? So we got 9, and now they're giving you a 20.5. So, I mean, they're telling you first half 29.5. Sorry, I don't see each time they're going to score, and I would take the under.
I mean, Montgomery's not gonna. Oh Lord.
yeah,
He's open by freaking 15 yards. There's nobody even around.
Magic Mitch.
Oh, I could have made that throw.
Yeah, but look how quick Mitch
college
decided on
coverage.
this. Yes, but look how quick Mitch decided. Also, Kevin King. Oh, they're in a zone. They're in a cover 3. He just sat right in it.
Yeah.
the problem is that the Packers don't pressure any quarterbacks. Like there's no pressure ever from the Packers defensive line. So.
Well, you have the 2 guys who are pretty good, but I think one's hurt. Preston Wilson's or anything like. All right.
Nice holding call to bring that back.
Oh. We all. I don't know if did anybody give out the first penalty. I forgot. I forgot to take it. It hit.
It did.
Yeah, first penalty. Bears hit. I forgot to take. I always forget to take that.
If Sean is convinced that the highest scoring half is the second half, it's plus 210 at my book.
I think I don't know that it's the highest scoring.
I'm convinced it's going over. Whatever number you're getting, it's over. I'm not saying it's the highest scoring half.
The problem is they've already got 16 points in this half, and they could easily end up with 27 or 34 points in this half. There's a lot of time left. And the Bears are just gonna gash them for 10 or 12 yards every time in the zone or whatever the hell they're playing. I mean, I got Allen Robinson in fantasy, so that's good.
All that Atlanta game, winning 43-6 over the Vegas after how good they looked versus Kansas City
Disgusting.
last week.
That was. I want to talk about. That.
I like that. I love that team to make the playoffs.
Oh goodness.
Oh boy.
Magic Mitchie. This is gonna be a pick. It's gonna be an easy interception. Really bad decision. He wasn't open.
He is
Magic Mitch in his first pickle. No, do not say that.
Under.
Blasphemy, Sean. Blasphemy.
I'll try and not spoil it for you guys if I can remember.
Oh, I don't care. Big plays there. I look. You go. Adams caught the ball, and I'm like, I wonder how many yards.
That shouldn't be fine. Yeah, that Raiders game though, that was terrible. And I mean, we should have actually seen that coming because for them to rise to that level to take on the Chiefs and then come back the following week, they weren't going to repeat that same type of
That game was so bad. Like did
you watch the play? If you didn't watch,
I didn't watch any of the game.
The play-by-play of it is terrible.
I didn't watch any of the game. All I was looking at was I was watching the box score, and I looked at the box score, and I'm like, well, maybe the Raiders haven't had the ball at all. And then I look at it, and I'm like, no, the Raiders have had the ball just slightly less than the Falcons have. What are they even doing? Like, Waller had 2 catches on 4 targets. They're down by 30. Jacobs Jacobs had like 9 touches in the entire game. I'm like, what is even going on? Like, these are your 2 best players. What are you doing?
Atlanta's defense looked like the Steelers' defense of like the early 2000s when they had like Harrison, Polamalu, and those guys. Like they were just there was like 3 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, like 10 sacks. They were just all over Carr.
I mean,
He had like no choice to do anything.
I don't know. It just you read the box score and you're like, what even happened in this game? Like, if I would have watched this game, I'd be like, what is going on?
Atlanta's defense stepped up. I don't know where that came from, but they look like they're probably one of the.
It's crazy. Best. Their defense has actually not looked that bad.
No, it's gotten better. I think
since Dan Quinn left.
Yeah,
their defensive head coach.
No, they've actually gotten better every week. Believe it or not, like from my.
I mean, maybe they're getting guys back from injury or something.
It could be too.
But
you just never think of Atlanta Falcons and you think of like defense.
How disgusted would you be if you had the over in that game? Because the over did not hit.
Because the Raiders only scored 3 points.
Yeah, the over did not hit in that game. Like when I saw that, I'm like, I kind of want to go under. Like I wanted to go under because the Falcons and Matt Ryan specifically, without Julio Jones, they can't do anything. Like they can't move the ball on offense, except for today, apparently. I mean, they did have they had a defensive. They had a pick 6, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had any special teams or any other defensive touchdowns, but God, what a disgusting game.
Yeah, there was some. It was a big dog day today. I feel like as far as covering the spread goes.
Brad, the window, I had the under and the over. I was kind of pissed.
On which game?
Well, I had the under. No, on the Saints game.
Oh, the Saints game.
At over 36. I mean, you kind of thought you'd fall into over 36.
Yeah.
The under 36. Because I just didn't see how the Broncos would score.
Yeah, except this was the first time in like 25 years where a team had more interceptions than completions. Which, shocker, when you don't have a quarterback on the roster, you can't really play football all that well. I don't know. I mean, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not a.
To get the quarterbacks coach to like start.
Yeah. They were going to play the. They were going to have the quarterback coach was going to play at quarterback, which
makes sense. I guess it would make
whatever. I mean, it's kind of like I feel like the NFL's making it up as they go along, so we might as well just keep making up rules. Like if we're just making stuff up, we might as well just keep making stuff up.
Mm.
I mean, it couldn't have been worse. Couldn't have been any worse.
I guess because it goes back to that whole because the players' union, right? You have to be part of the union, so you can't play because you're not part of the union, like that type of.
Oh, okay, well that makes sense.
Yeah. Probably more legal from a job.
I think it would have been more interesting. And then, just the and we were all over it. We were all over it pregame. I know there was some people on the Colts, but man, I was all over the Titans. I'm not like a multi-unit. Like I don't really play multi-units on games, but man, did I have a feeling about that game, and I should have hammered that line because Tennessee just hammered the Colts. It was just domination. Derrick Henry is just.
Was Philip Rivers out there? Because every time I looked at that game, Jacoby Brissett was like in that game for some reason, or were they just using him as Taysom Hill?
Yeah, I think they were just using him in like an option thing. But man, Derrick Henry is just a man.
Yeah,
a man.
I didn't realize how tall he was. He actually looked like he was tall as hell. I was like, this guy is huge.
Did you ever see? I think it was. There's a picture. There's a picture of Derrick Henry. Why wouldn't you cut that back inside? Jeez, I feel like sometimes these guys just have blinders on or something when they're running the ball.
I think they put their head down. They get tunnel vision. It's just like kind of I gotta go.
He's literally like he's running behind his blocker, and he's literally running directly into the only defender within like 10 yards. There's nobody else out there.
Oh yeah, he just ran right into him. He could have kept straight.
Just back inside. First down is right there.
Better. We want the under anyway, so
yeah,
we don't want any more points really. I mean, that's fine. 16. They could just. They're not gonna hold this.
It was good.
Has Adam already hit his over 7?
Yeah,
feels like he has.
5 for 53.
Oh yeah, his yards was 83.
It was good that the Bears didn't get any points on that last drive.
Damn, I should have taken the freaking over on the yards. Why didn't I do that? I should have done a preview. I'm trying to do it now.
We got 12 points in the first 4 minutes of the Virginia Tech game.
All right, that's 2 catches for Tanyan.
Yep. Nice. Let's go. 2 more.
2 more.
You've Tanyan anytime touchdown, Sean? No, Clement.
Do I? Yeah.
Yeah, Tanyan's probably Tanyan's a good bet for a touchdown for sure.
We should make that an official play. Tanyan anytime touchdown because he's gonna get one.
What's the line?
I'm looking it up right now. Tanyan.
He might get one on this drive.
Yeah, it's off the board right now for me.
Let me see if I got one.
Can't remember. It's probably a good number now.
It's gotta be like.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably pretty good right now.
Third down.
I got
Will the
plus
Packers
400.
punt in the first half? Where's that? Will the Packers punt? No, because they're in field goal range, so they're not punting this drive. I mean, every single drive so far is going to lead to points.
Yeah, the Bears aren't going to stop them.
All right.
Not without Akeem Hicks. I mean, they just have too many guys
There
out.
you go.
Here comes Mac.
This is
Mac.
good.
Here comes Rodgers. They stopped him.
Yeah.
Here comes the field goal unit.
Are they going to go for it? I think they're going to go for it.
Well, the fact that they missed the extra point is where I think they're going to go for the field goal. But you are obviously 15 seconds ahead, so you would know.
Well, I'm going off of.
Battery's going to try to draw them offside.
I just saw LaFleur point like, yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it, or at least line up to go for it.
Yeah.
No, they're trying to draw them off sides.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Good.
I missed the field goal. Maybe my. Well, yeah. If the Bears can run out the clock here and run out the clock enough to maybe just kick a field goal, or I'd rather them kick a field goal. We'll be looking good. Oh, is he still on the field? Oh, no, he's not.
Oh, no. They're going to go for it.
Wait, how did they? Oh, they called a timeout.
Oh, there's Tanya again. That's
Yeah,
3.
there it is.
Tanyan. He's like Kittle. That dude's a nut.
No, he's
Him and Kittle trained together, I guess, or they were working out together. Like I can definitely.
Sean, what's the score of the Columbus game?
I think it's still 0-0. No, let me see. It's 0-0. 51 minutes.
Nice. Gerardo had 3, so he's got a push already. There's Aaron Jones.
Yeah. Either him or Tonyan are going to catch a touchdown here. If they're going to get a touchdown. It's either going to be Jones.
I mean, here's what I'm looking at with that game right now. If you look at the numbers right now with Columbus Crew, they're controlling the game. They haven't scored yet. You're getting them at plus 200. That's an official play. Columbus Crew live, 40 minutes to go, plus 200. Did we hear that?
Yep, I'll take it.
All right.
I'm getting on.
I got it. That's my second soccer bet.
Damn. They're just never going to stop the Packers. That's going to be our issue, Rich.
Well, I mean, as long as the Packers are going to
Stop the Bears.
just burn the clock, just, as long as that clock is moving.
Give it to Aaron Jones. Come on.
I mean, I'll take an Aaron Jones touchdown here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No.
Oh. Wow.
I don't think he was even looking for him, or
No, it looked like a busted play.
Yeah, he wanted to throw that out. I think the guy just jumped up and grabbed it.
Yeah, that looked like a busted play.
Who is that?
Lazard.
That was I.
I don't know where he was going to try and go with that ball. Oh, you know where he was going? Tanyan.
Wow.
He was going to Tanyan with that on the out, but
He was covered pretty well.
yeah, he was covered. Everybody knew that's where the ball was going, including Bears defense.
Well, the good thing is that maybe they'll slow down the play calling here in the second half. We just need them to hold the Bears now.
Yeah. I mean, 23 in the first half is not, I mean, it's not ideal, but it's not.
It's good. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, they could go. How many times have we seen, 20 or 30 point first halves and 10-point second halves?
It happens most of the time, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it's like one team being far ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that one team far ahead is probably going to change their game style.
Yep.
That they may generally get one score in the second half, and then.
Yeah, I think we'd actually have more to worry about on the under if it was the other way around. Like if the Bears were up like 17-3 or 21-3 or something like that, because the Packers are capable of coming back pretty easily, and I'm not sure. We know the Packers can take the air out of the ball too.
Yeah, and I think your worry is that the Bears come right down here and score. That's where
Right.
It's the first sign of danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Then basically we'd have to listen to Robert come on and say, I was right.
Mm-hmm.
Which we don't want that. He still might be right because this still looks like over 38 looks to be a gift.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, it does, but I don't know, if the Bears can't score, which I feel like they're going to be able to.
They might get They might get some garbage scores. I think late in the fourth.
They're definitely going to get one garbage touchdown probably, because I think the Bears almost always do. Anytime they're behind, it seems like they get. I mean, hell, I forget which game it was earlier in the season where they actually got so many garbage time touchdowns they ended up winning the game. What game was that? Do you remember? Do you remember that, Sean?
Was that against Tampa Bay, the Bucks?
No,
it was against the Bucks.
I feel like it was one of the first couple games of the season.
The Bucks or the Lions? I don't know.
No, you know what? It was the Falcons game, I think.
Oh, the Falcons, right.
Yeah, they scored 20 points. They scored 20 points in the fourth quarter. So many garbage touchdowns, they actually ended up winning the game.
Yeah, that was more of if they would not have been able to do that with that Falcons defense today. If that was the same defense that day, that they would not have been able to do that. So it's funny. Like I introduced my friend to like he's never bet before ever on sports, and the other day he ended up putting down. He got into it, and it was, I forget what college basketball game it was, but it went into triple overtime. We had plus 7.5. And I told him, I'm like, from my experience, like anytime anything goes to overtime, this is like where your bet usually loses. And there's like 1 overtime, 2 overtimes. The third overtime, the team lost by 9. So we didn't cover the plus 7.5. And he was like heartbroken, but it was like the most adrenaline rush that he's ever felt in his life. It was like his first time sports betting, and it was like it was just the closest game in the world until the third overtime, and he lost. I was like, "Yep." I was like, "That's how it feels."
Yeah, it's
UCLA. Yeah, that was the one, Ramon. Yeah, it was UCLA and somebody else. And all we needed, and it was like it's ridiculous because those are the games where like the person just needs to make a free throw, and somehow they always miss the free throw. Like the one free throw to put the game away, and it always goes into like another overtime. It happened both of the overtimes. Somebody missed one free throw.
What is going on? Did this dude just walk up
No,
and punch the Bears?
Don't do that. Yeah. Oh, whoa.
It looked like the Packers guy that got shoved out of bounds walked up and punched the Bears guy while the other dude was holding him.
But it looks like the penalty's on the Bears.
Somehow.
Yeah, somehow it was on the Bears. I mean, maybe.
All right, so we got a holding penalty, and then afterwards we got some fisticuffs.
I mean, maybe
No, because the cornerback picked the guy up and he was going to body slam him into the ground, and then I think he just stopped and he was like, I shouldn't do that, and he put him back down. But I think the other guys thought that he was going to body slam him in the ground. So.
All
right, here we go.
Oh man, this is
Magic Mitch.
Oh
no,
man,
boy.
this is not. Oh man.
3rd and 17.
No, we don't need this. Come on.
Oh.
And it's going to be a scoop and score for the Packers.
Oh.
30 points in the first half, so they hit their team total over.
He's scoring for the other team. Mitch, what are you doing? All you had to do was not that.
Yo, imagine if Mitch had his worst week in practice. Yo, those face masks, call that back. There was a face mask there.
This was his best week in practice. Oh, great. Why would you even say that? Like you totally set him up. I mean, they should probably just fire Nagy and I don't know, fire Nagy and cut Trubisky at halftime. Just put them both on the same bus.
Yeah, I think so.
Get them out of here. Yeah, just get them out of here.
Nagy and Gase should be on the same team. One be head coach and assistant coach.
Yeah.
Ramon, not funny. This is definitely not funny. Don't give you that crap.
So
we got to play the second game.
Realistically,
we're not going to hit the under.
What is the situation with Foles? Is he available?
No, we're not asking for Foles. That wasn't fun. I mean, yes, it was Trubisky who fumbled the ball, but look again. Look at the offensive line. He had 4 guys. He almost was a smush cookie. He was the filling. He was the Oreo filling in the middle of a cookie. I mean, you basically had both defensive ends push the lineman right into him, and then he dropped the ball. I mean,
he actually got
face
masked on that, which I think that should have been called.
What? But I will tell you what I'm going to take is the result of next drive, punt. Because what you don't want to know is the Bears are going to get the ball back here.
Do you just want to use my phone and go live on that?
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could see a punt, but there's 3 minutes left, right? Or something? 2 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, we're not even at the 2-minute warning yet. That's what I was worried about when I saw that the Bears were like 3rd and 17. I'm like, oh man, Rodgers going to get the ball back here and they're going to score again.
By the way, I think we cashed the Aaron Jones already. We're 3 yards away. I'm trying to look.
It's 60 and a half. So yeah, I think it was.
I had 52 and a half.
Okay.
I had 52 and a half, and the rebuy was at 70. So we need 3 yards. Do not Mostert us. That's all we would need to know. We don't want any Mosterts.
Is your camera on? No. I know. I need to see a charger.
Sean, does this smaller team go into overtime if they don't score?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why you're getting plus 200. But if you look at the way the game is jam placed, they're controlling the game. They're getting their chances.
I know. I see it.
I'm not that good. Aaron's too good for me.
All right, Aaron Jones right now is plus 150 anytime touchdown. I mean, what do we see? I would probably take Jamal Williams anytime touchdown.
I haven't seen Jamal a lot.
He's been in there in the red zone.
Yeah, he comes in the red zone. That's it. The Bears are plus 2,200 right now. If you want to take in the money line, is minus 225,000 for the Packers.
Whale play?
Yeah. The worst part is I lost my under 29 and a half. Yeah, can you get back there?
Yeah, I remember when you read that 29 and a half, and I'm like, oh, that should be an easy lock.
I kind of almost just want to.
There is a play.
I almost kind of want to.
I'm going to tell you right now. If you're going to take Green Bay second half, there's a winning.
Sean, we can't hear you.
You're breaking up, Sean.
Margin bet out there that you could take Green Bay to win the game by more than 25 points. We're having cellular issues, sorry. I would say there's a winning margin minus 125.
Minus 125?
That's correct.
No, it's fine.
But that's basically at that point you're saying Green Bay is going to win the second half, because if they don't, you're not going to win that bet.
Which I don't see. There's nothing that the Bears show me right now that they're gonna do anything.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it happens in every game when you're up by 28 points. In the other game, it goes the other way.
yeah, that's the problem. Like I don't know that I like Green Bay to kind of continue keeping up the pressure here, and the Bears to not be able to do anything. You have to imagine the Bears are going to be able to move the ball at some point. I mean, it feels like they went from
the ball, because I think they can move the ball because Green Bay's defense is not that great. I think it's just
the mistake.
Mitch Trubinsky not screwing up.
It feels like a series of unfortunate events here that have led to this being a 27-3. Because this could have easily been a 7-6 game.
Do we get another?
It's going to be more if they called this a fumble.
Is there another turnover?
No, this ain't a turnover. I think it was blown dead.
He's telling him, he's like, "Hey, Mitch, don't throw to the other team. Green is bad."
Yeah, they blew it dead.
I will say the one interception he made, he was going for it all and shouldn't have went for it all. He had double coverage there, but his actual other throws in this game have not been bad. When he's had time to throw, he's made some good plays.
We haven't had a punt in this game, by the way.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
That was real. That was real close. That could have been a pick six the other way.
That's Mr. Miller's catch. That was easy.
I mean, that ball looked like it was taking forever to get there.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a Mahomes laser.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So the live total is over under 54.5 right now, depending on what happens here with this drive.
God, I was just hoping that I wasn't going to have to sweat another under.
Yeah.
I hate betting unders.
I do too.
I was putting more.
Yeah.
I was putting more. I guess I was putting too much confidence in the Bears defense.
I mean, I haven't seen Khalil Mack the whole time. I don't know if he's even in there or not, but he has not been. Because, what's it called? Green Bay's offensive line is not like anything great.
No, it's not.
You can easily pass rush them. Because that's been like Aaron Jones' issue, kind of.
I mean, and that's, I don't know. The Bears literally have not. I mean, the Packers had the one touchdown on the fumble, but I mean, they haven't had an issue moving the ball at all. I mean, the Packers have been moving the ball pretty much at will.
Yeah.
Kind of doing whatever they wanted. Could be, I mean, Bears defense could be tired too. I think they might have. I mean, maybe they have been on the field most of the first half.
Let's see what happens. I mean, the only thing we could hope right now is that like Green Bay switches to just running 3 and outs.
I think the Bears do get the ball first. Start the second half, right?
Yeah. Sean looks younger. So young Sean. Oh, boy. Oh, that's a hold. How's that not a hold? Did you see it? No? The lineman from
Finally, we get some rushing yards.
I feel like Trubinsky's going to have to do.
Here's one thing I just noticed. How come we don't have Collinsworth doing this game?
Because they know I hate him. Or he might be Monday night, right? Or is he Sundays?
No, he's Sunday night. Collinsworth and who always does the games with him?
Oh, the other guy.
This is that's not a catch.
No.
That's not a catch. That
He
ball's
used
on
the
the ground.
ground. It came out.
This is Tony Dungy, right? Tony Dungy and Tirico.
Dungy? Yeah, Tony Dungy, yeah.
It's a nice run from Montgomery. Man, we really don't need any more points in this first half.
Yeah, what happened to the Bears running the ball? Oh, Al Michaels, Ramon Scott. Yeah, it's Al Michaels.
Right, with Collinsworth, yep.
Chris Collinsworth a big. Well, that's the thing about David Montgomery, you know? You just give him the ball and he runs right up the middle.
He's a very good running back. You give him the ball and he runs back. My God, Collinsworth, I hate you so much. They had him. They had his. I think they had his kid on here earlier, like in the pregame or whatever. And like I heard his voice, and I'm like, man, that sounds like Collinsworth. And they showed him, and it definitely. I'm almost 100% positive it was this kid.
Oh wow! I never seen this kid before. I really like Romo though. I was listening to Romo. I forget what game he was doing today. He might have been doing Raiders or I don't know who he was doing. But
Probably doing the KC game.
yeah, it was Kansas City actually. Yeah, you're right. They kept going back on red zone. But that guy literally knows every play before it's gonna be. Like he'll be like, watch the quarterback, or he's gonna watch the tight end here. He's gonna go out on a pitch, and the quarterback's gonna throw it to him. Like
he's my favorite. He's my favorite commentator.
Yeah.
And I know they told him to when he first started commentating, I know they told him to probably cool it with the calling out the plays before they happen. Because I feel like
he's done that last now.
When he first started commentating, he was literally calling every play before it happened. And then it was like,
yeah,
dude, like it's like watching the movie with the guy who's already seen the movie. And he's like, here, watch this. Yeah. No, you got to watch this. Here, watch what's going to happen.
Yeah, he's like, look at this receiver on the outside.
Yeah.
He's going to come in. He's going to bring the safety down. Quarterback's going to look off, and he's going to hit the receiver right there on the slant route.
No, right here, you see they got the single high safeties. They're going to run double tight ends, and then it's going to be you're going to have both seam routes are going to be wide open. It's like, all right, well, this guy's really good at this.
They're at the 35. Get him.
Yeah, this is not good. They're gonna score.
Yeah,
they're gonna score unless they turn it over,
which isn't out of the question. But
no.
What's Mooney's numbers at?
What about this multi-grill?
I think that was his first catch.
No,
he had catch. One. He had the early one.
Yeah, he had one earlier on this drive that looked like it was a drop.
Yeah, I thought that was a drop too. I mean, it's got to be close to his 30 yards.
Please kick a field goal. Please kick a field goal.
What's his yards at?
21.
Okay.
Two for 21. So it must be both on this drive.
This ain't good.
3rd and 1. They need to hold them to a field goal. Well, no, they probably won't even take a field goal.
No, they won't. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Good. Go for it. I hope you don't get it. Oh, boy.
No, I still like, man, the forearm strength to hold that ball when there's like 10 guys ripping at it is insane.
My brother's bet for this game, he wants you to take the Bears plus 30. Alternative line.
Pass.
Minus
pass.
6,000.
Wow.
I bet you I think it cashes.
It probably does.
Montgomery's going to score here.
Yeah, you're getting a much lower number, and our under will be dead.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a very good.
Well, see, the problem is that the Bears have a good defense, but they don't have a good defense. That's the problem.
Well, they're missing some key pieces.
You know what?
So,
we're probably gonna need some-
That's the problem with the defense tonight. How about a Cole Kmet touchdown to end this? How much time's left?
35 seconds.
All right, come on, Cole Kmet.
Is that rushing yards, Ken? 11. Trubisky
That's
has
11, yeah. Yep. Needs 8 more.
I know the Packers are going to put that much pressure on him.
Ooh.
Oh,
Underneath in the trunk area.
force the
Mad-
fumble.
Magic Mitch calls his own number.
He definitely wants a touchdown tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, we would.
Calling timeout.
I mean, I'm not sure he's the one that should be carrying the ball inside the 5. Ooh.
Please turn it over. Please turn it over. I have a feeling they're going to score here, and they're going to score on the opening drive of the second half.
You think?
Yeah. Like, the only thing that stops the Bears' offense is the Bears' offense. I mean, in this game right now, I don't really think Green Bay is doing a decent job, but they're not doing anything special.
No. No, I mean, they're for the most part, the Packers defense is more or less they're just kind of slowing them down, right?
Yeah.
They're not really stopping them. They're just slowing them down enough to where they're not
Mitch
giving
has
up.
to make the mistakes. Mitch
Yeah.
gets to run away.
I mean, if you make the Bears drive the length of the field, the odds that there isn't going to be an interception or a fumble at some point, it's like 50-50 probably.
It's probably is there going to be a
Yeah, they're going to give them pass interference, I think, or a hold. I'm not sure.
pass interference? Probably.
Yeah.
But that was like within 5 yards, I guess. Yeah. No, they're going to give it to Montgomery. Probably just pound it in. I think that was a bad call.
I mean, it was a good call, but
he held him in
if he hadn't held him, he wouldn't have caught that pass because Trubisky threw it behind him.
Yeah.
Whoop. Allen Robinson.
Fucking Allen Robinson.
Yeah, I think our under is dead.
Yeah, it's gone.
Fuck. Man.
Ooh, it's magic. Magic Mitch strikes again.
Can I ask you to put
Yeah, because the over-under now is 58.
Oh, God. I mean, it's 37. I'm going to just assume that it's dead.
Yeah.
It might not be, but I'm gonna
Well, 2 more touchdowns will kill it. So
yeah, I'm just gonna assume that it's dead.
in other news, South Florida is hanging on by 10 points right now.
Yeah, I was watching that.
They're hanging within the spread, or within whatever the live spread was at the time.
So I think I've got the second half at +1, and it's sitting at 1 right now.
Yeah. The issue is, I mean, there's not going to be any fouling, at least. It'll probably be more of Virginia Tech's just going to slow down. They're going to burn the clock as much as they can, try to shoot. If they make it, they make it. If not, then South
South Florida will push.
Yeah.
And Tech will just run the clock out every time. They'll run the full clock out, take their shot, and then if they hit it, good. If not, then South Florida will push again.
All right, so we're at the half right now. Did Columbus lose? No, Columbus didn't lose. I just don't think they scored. Yeah. Yeah, it's still 0-0. Yellow. But I don't think they're going to they probably won't score in regular time. It'll have to go to extra time. But if you want to take Columbus to qualify for the next round, that's -125, which I think they should. But it's MLS too, and I don't like to bet MLS too much. All right, so I honestly think the second half, and I'd be with Sean on this, it'd be whatever the plus money is for. I think the Bears cover the spread.
On the second half?
Yeah. I think, what is it, 17.5 right now is the live line. That wouldn't be a bet play. I think the Bears come out here and they score a touchdown. I think Green Bay then.
I mean, I would say the Bears probably score 2 more times.
Well, the Bears have to. I mean, the only way for them to get back in this game is they have to make a stop somewhere. So I don't know what they're going to do on defense, but they got to change something.
Are the Packers actually going to run a freaking play here? Like, are you serious?
Yeah, they're probably going to try to go deep.
Oh, no. They're just going to run it out.
Like you really had to beat up Aaron Jones like that?
I was going to say, could you have maybe done that? Oh, no, that was Williams. I was going to say, could you have maybe not done that with Aaron Jones?
Just send him into like 10 guys trying to beat him up.
Like, That's my running back. Could we maybe not use him on this completely pointless play? They could have been a knee.
I mean, yeah. So neither one of these teams play defense. I mean, again, the Bears can move the ball. They can score. They just have to get out of their own way. Packers, again, the Bears just have to come up with something to stop them. Because if they don't, they're not going to be in this game. But I have a feeling, according to Sean too, that the Bears are going to come back. If they do, if somehow the Bears can score only 10 more points, we'd be at 47. And they completely hold the Packers to not scoring anymore.
I think the only way they're going to keep the Packers from not scoring points is if the Packers don't touch the ball anymore.
That's true.
The Packers haven't punted, and they haven't turned the ball over. They've scored on every drive, right?
Yeah.
Every time they touched the ball, they scored.
Yeah, they haven't punted. They've just scored.
Okay.
I
mean, I know that we like to kind of, second half, you kind of go with, you kind of lean the opposite direction of how the first half went, but I don't know.
Looks like South Florida's holding their own.
30-30, second half.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
They're hanging in there.
That's good. That looks like the second half over is going to cash. That was 66.
Yeah, usually it's tough because it just depends. Those last 2 or 3 minutes, if it's like a big.
If there's like a fast break or a run out or anything, and vice versa, if there's fouling.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why you always have to look at, like, to see if the game is, if it's within 10, if it's single digits, then they're going to start fouling.
Yep. Second half, I've got.
We could do team.
Wow, 21.5 on the second half.
So I have for the Packers, I have 10.5 as their second half team total. That would mean that they would have to score at least 2 touchdowns or a touchdown and 2 field goals. And I think all that depends on what the Bears do here. If the Bears end up scoring on this drive, then Green Bay is going to have to respond.
Did the Bears punt in the first half?
No.
All right. I got in trouble. What are we looking at second half?
We were just talking about the totals, team totals, or.
I was thinking of Packers team total over 10.5.
So I've got Packers team total at 10.5. I've also got Bears team total at 9.5 because I've got 19.5 on the game. It's kind of like the 9.5 better on the Bears because I don't know. I mean, do we think the Bears are going to be able to? I mean, they're going to get one garbage score, probably.
Yeah.
So are they going to get one besides that?
I think they're going to score here on the opening drive.
I think the Bears get more than 10 points this half.
I do too.
Okay. So then would you take the 19.5 then?
So the total?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take the total over 19.5. I would take the Bears team total second half over 10.5 or over 9.5. Showing your DSLs breaking out.
Yeah. Sean Robot.
At 9.5, I would take team total over 9.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want to make that official
think-
or no?
Yeah, I'd make that official.
Okay. So second half, Bears over 9.5 or full game over 19.5.
Yeah. I think the Bears do get 2 touchdowns in the second half.
Especially if
feel
they
like-
get anything in the third quarter, they'll get something in the fourth quarter just for garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the Bears' worst enemy was themselves. Like they were stopping themselves. The Packers weren't really stopping them.
Yeah. That's usually what the case is with the Bears, though, in general.
Oh. Can't believe it. Rob's teaser, which I actually kind of liked. It's going to hit pretty easily.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think there would be under 36.5 points at all. I thought that would go over that, you know.
Yeah,
It was
I mean,
over 38, though, wasn't it?
Even that, I
Yeah.
figured there'd be over 38 in this game. I just didn't think there'd be over like 50.
yeah, I thought it could fall in the middle there.
Thought it'd be more of like a 27-20 game.
I mean, I think you're basically at 44. You're saying it's not going to go over 50. The Bucks are over 50. Sometimes it sometimes plays into it when you're looking and you're going, okay, they couldn't go. There's no way. The Bears and Packers are going.
Well, and then you kind of got a kind of a double-edged sword here, right? If the game was close, it would be a lot lower scoring, most likely.
Right.
I mean, if
Who gets
Green
the ball
Bay,
first?
Bears. The Bears open up the Packers open up this lead, and then all of a sudden, the defense softens up a bit, and they're not as concerned with trying to. They're more concerned with the Bears, the Bears running clock rather than.
Wow, everybody smashed the Bears second half over. It jumped in my book.
Really?
Yeah, it's 10.5 now at minus 105.
Oh yeah, it sure is. Well, that's good then. That means we get a good number.
Yeah. I do think that the Bears do score 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm seeing 20.5 on the game. Rob's taking the second half over 21.5.
I told you I was taking the second half over no matter what it was, so I'm on that.
Looks like that South Florida play is going to lose.
Yeah. By how many?
They're down by 7 right now on the second half.
Oh, okay. Wow, they must have pulled away then.
Yep, they sure did. And also that second half over cashed easy.
Yeah. Where was this? Yeah, this line just get jacked up.
Yeah, I'm not loving the 21.5. One time, most of the time, it's over 20. And I mean, you could wait one series and see if the Bears don't score. And if they don't, then you're going to get a much better number than 21.5.
Probably get
But-
19.5, maybe.
Yeah. Trying to take that team total and it keeps going away.
Well, yeah, because people are just like, they're moving that number.
I think the bigger issue for me is trying to get a signal.
Where are you? Like in like Western Maryland?
No, I'm in Ocean View, Delaware.
The Bermuda Triangle?
I'm 10 miles away from Bethany Beach.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, 3 miles. I'm being corrected as I stated. Let's see. Tanyan's got 3 catches. I was trying to look at props to see if there's anything I liked. And if you really wanted to go bold, I mean, you could go Alan Lazard, 2 more catches, plus 175. That's kind of nice.
I'm just trying to see what player props. So Jones is only at 80.5. Do you think he's going to get the rock some more, right?
You should, yeah.
But he's only at 53 live.
He's at 50. We need 53. Just keep it on. Don't move it off. Sorry about that.
It's all good. I mean, I think he gets 30 more yards the second half. I don't see why they would stop using him. Unless if like they score one more touchdown and they kind of put it away.
Yeah, Ramon. Yeah, Ramon. I like that. I mean, is that Florida's opener though? Isn't that their first game?
I think so.
Yep. All right, I'm going to drop for a little bit, Sean.
All right.
I'll come back. Got it.
Sounds good. Yeah, so second half over would be our official play, guys. And that's 21.5. So let's see what happens here on this drive. We have a bunch of college basketball tomorrow too. I got to get the picks out for those. Let's see. We got you back?
Yep.
Yeah, I seen those, Ramon. Wrote them all down. We got Nevada under 136 tomorrow. Mercer +2. The over in the Georgia +2 over. Georgia State plus money line. Could put that up actually. Is only Sean allowed to create banners, or could we do that too?
I think it's just Sean.
Is it? Wow. I'll have to get him to do that. Is this the opening drive right now?
Yeah.
Nagy, I'm not upset with Trubinsky's interception. We knew we were taking a shot.
I mean, the interception I get because it was just kind of like a
Taking a shot.
it was kind of like just a jump
But it's
ball,
like- It's like, why would you do that?
but you were throwing a jump ball.
Like it's kind of like saying like, I wasn't upset with my DUI because I knew like I was driving drunk. But it's like, why would you do that to begin with?
Well, he was taking a shot into double coverage with a receiver that is shorter than both the DBs. So I'm sure there's a better decision that could have been made.
Yeah. Bears might go stall out on this drive right here.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I thought he was going to lose that ball.
I don't know, man.
What?
This Bears team is rough.
They're just inconsistent is the problem.
I mean, they're pretty consistently bad.
Oh, yeah, that.
they're consistently pretty bad. Like, I don't even know how they won 5 games.
But they have like their moments of like where you think they could, they could win a game, and they don't.
I mean, it goes back to. So, I don't necessarily think that Foles or Trubisky are really that terrible of quarterbacks. However, and I don't think that the players that they have, I don't think the skill players they have on offense are necessarily that much worse than every other, team.
Right.
But I do think that they just don't fit the offense. Like these guys don't seem to fit into the offense. And it's like they just keep trying to,
They're forcing
they're trying to cram the square peg in the round hole. Like it's just not working. So either you're gonna have to get a new quarterback, you're gonna have to change the offense. You're either gonna have to change the scheme or you're gonna have to change the players.
Yeah.
Something has to change because it's not working.
But I think it's been like that for a while at the Bears. It was even like that with Jay Cutler. Right? Who was before Trubinsky? Was it Cutler? No, Cutler's old.
So Cutler was there. I don't remember who was there before Trubisky.
It was like somebody no name, I think. Not.
They had Kyle. Was it Kyle Orton? Was that?
Kyle Orton.
I think that was before. Was that before Cutler or after?
That was after Cutler was Kyle Orton.
And
then it became Trubinsky. But again, it's almost been like I don't know what their issue is.
Yeah, that over on the teaser's looking good there, Rob. 37. I think you had 38, so that's gonna cash. The thing with the Tanyan catch is that I just hope that I was kind of hoping the Bears were going to score, or that the Bears were going to put something together on that first drive, because I just hope Green Bay doesn't take their foot off the gas and stop throwing the ball altogether.
Right.
So it looks like this is a run they got lined up here. Oh,
Yeah.
no play action. Oh, is that Tanyan? No, A7.
Who is that?
Stone burner.
Stoneburner. Green Bay is a team that utilized their tight ends a lot, like them, the Steelers. Yo, I can't believe Waller didn't have he only had 1 catch for 10 yards today. That was crazy.
That's what I was saying. Like you read that box score and you're like, what even happened in this game? Like it was a nice run.
How did 3 hours go by? And
yeah, like did the Raiders not even get off the bus? Like who was calling plays here? What were they? Shaking the magic 8 ball, calling plays. Like what happened?
Right.
Like Waller and Josh Jacobs are the two best. They're the 2 best weapons on that team. Why they don't have 30+% of the touches is beyond me.
Hey, Sean, tell your defense to make stops.
There's another nice run for Jones. Oh, there's a flag. So I got these Reese's mystery shapes. It's a like a Reese's, like a holiday mystery shape.
Cool. I love Reese's.
It's not like a tree or anything like that, but every one that I've opened up, it's just I don't know what they did. I think it's just a blob. Like I think they just didn't fit the mold. So they're just like, hey, let's just
in the bag. What is that?
I don't know. It's like literally all of them have been like this. It's not a recognizable shape. It's a blob, and then they call it a mystery shape, and then they slam it in the package and throw a holiday bow on it.
So you're eating mystery glob.
Yeah, I mean they're still delicious. It's still Reese's.
Damn, you're making me hungry for some peanut butter now.
Yep, chocolate's chocolate.
Yep, Cash and Jones over. I should have probably taken that 80 yards. I stalled on that, and it's looking more and more like I just need 20 more, and he'll probably get it.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah. Depends what happens in here. The problem is with these 3 and outs, they're too short. There's not enough time being taken off, for the ball to be transitioned over.
Yeah, Jones has got 61 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Surprised he hasn't had any receptions yet.
I think because he just hasn't. Rodgers hasn't had any pressure on him.
Yeah.
And had to screen. Well, there's one.
Oh, there's one.
For negative
one
yards.
reception for negative 1 yards.
Buster Screen. Hasn't he been around for he's got to be 40 years old too.
He was on the Browns. He was on the Browns and
2005.
He was on the Browns and he was actually really good with them. He was on the Browns with Hayden. Like him and Hayden were opposites. And
Hayden, right?
Yeah, he was really good on the Browns, and then he wanted paid, and the Browns let him go, and the Jets paid him. And
yeah, he went to the Jets, I remember.
And then he wasn't – I don't know that he –
maybe he's not that old. He was 2011 draft.
Yeah, I was going to say he's not that old.
But I guess I consider that it's 20. I remember hearing his name 9 years ago.
I think he got burned for a year or two with the Browns, and then he started locking people down, and then it was like him and Hayden, and then Hayden got hurt, and then
Hayden went to the Steelers, I think.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's still there. Hayden got hurt, and then the Browns cut him. They didn't pay Screen, but they did pay Hayden. Hayden was Florida, I think, Gators.
Yeah. Which I was saying today in the chat was imagine like because Derrick Henry went 45th in the draft, so he went second round. Well, I bet you a lot of teams are probably kicking themselves for not taking him. But at the time, I guess you wouldn't have known how much of a beast he would have been. But
the problem is, it seems like a lot of the guys that come from Alabama are like they're advanced in years when they're coming through that Alabama. Like I don't know if it's the system. Like I don't know if they just go crazy with the practices or if it's the fact that the SEC is like crazy tough every year, or the fact that Alabama basically plays 2 or 3 extra games every year because they always have the conference championship and they've been in the playoff every year. Like, I'm sure it's probably a number of those factors altogether. But it seems like the Alabama players, when they come out of school, they're just whooped, like they're just beat, and that's why they come into the pros. And sometimes it either, I don't know, it's like it takes them a year or two to kind of ease back into, they almost need like to take a year or two off and get back into
get some sort of like physical, mental health back.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy, and oh my goodness, oh Lord,
oh come on. You got it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, he pulled it back and then just I don't know. I think he pulled it back and Montgomery's knee knocked it out of his hand. Like, what?
Like I said, like the only person that stops the Bears offense is the Bears offense.
Oh.
That's why defense like the Packers can look so good against them, because if that was like any other half the other offenses in the league, the Packers would not be doing this well.
I almost feel like I should be wearing a clown nose right now.
Well, if we can not have 2 touchdowns score at all.
I mean, the good news is...
Please don't throw a pick. Please don't throw a pick. He threw a pick. You got touched. You're down.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Actually, I'm going to see what Aaron Jones' rushing yards are right now. I might just take Well, at least the live total is now 54.5.
I was going to say it's dropping because nobody's scoring.
You could almost
couple drives.
Almost hope that they don't score here, and then you take the over as a hedge. If you want to do that. Or you might do that actually. So
Over what?
like if
What are you looking to get over?
no, so we have the under 51, and it's at 54 now, and I'm thinking that if Green Bay doesn't score on this drive, you could, if you haven't taken anything, take the over.
Over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Mitchell Trubinsky passing yards, Rodgers passing yards, 219. That's so low, but I guess he's probably not going to pass anymore. Aaron Jones is at 87.5 rushing yards. Do you think that you think the Bears are going to run it anymore with Montgomery or no? I think at this point you have to. I mean, like you're not going to throw every down. Like you're going to probably run one.
I was going to say, I think they will. I don't think they're going to completely abandon the run, especially if they can somehow figure out a way to stop the Packers and then score themselves.
Right.
I mean, that seemed like a pretty clear bad read by Trubisky.
Oh boy, here goes Jones. He's just going to rack up yards here.
That's fine. Tick, tick, tick.
I'm good with that.
Tick, tick, tick. I mean,
But there's no need for them to throw.
27-37. 750. I don't know.
Field goals would be great.
That's why I hate betting. That's why I hate betting unders.
Yeah, because now you start calculating all different types of.
Well, because it feels like it's dead, but it's not officially dead. And it's one of those things where it's like
two field goals and a touchdown, and you're still fine. So.
Would also like to hit that Bears second half. It's going to be tough to hit that without losing the teaser.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, like, well, we got bets kind of contradicting each other right now.
Oh,
there.
There's Tanyan. Cash it.
Yeah. Nice and easy.
Cash Tanyan receptions.
There you go.
Where's Sean at with the bell?
Touchdown too, right? Didn't we?
Yeah.
I think I was saying that before. People should take Tanyan touchdown.
I took it.
You did?
Yeah, I took it plus 400.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took it at plus 400.
Knew that was coming because they were starting to get him involved into a lot of plays.
Yep.
43, 44. Well, I think at this point, either way, I think the Bears don't. They either punt They won't kick a field goal. Everything will just be 4 downs.
Right. Unless they might punt. I mean, if they're on their side of
Depends
the
on what side they're on.
yeah, if they're on their side of the 50, I think they'll punt.
Yeah, that was trying to say 1.5. Yeah, this one's a wash on our prime times. Need Magic Mitch to get one here. Why, for the over there, or just a touchdown you have there, yellow? Probably for both. I'm trying to see if can you Venmo me half a bet on the Bears? So Montgomery's at 73 rushing yards, and his over is 82.5. Does that make any sense?
What's he at?
73 right now, and the book is giving 82.5. You're telling me Montgomery won't get 10 more yards? I guess I see what they're trying to say. Is that
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's either an oversight or that's a sucker bet.
Yeah, it's one of those where like it's
You talk yourself into it, and then Montgomery doesn't get another carry the rest of the game. It's all passing work.
yeah. Or if he does get a carry, it's like 1 or 2 yards because Green Bay stuffs him, and then because out of the 3 downs that they use, it's
They are assuming that the Bears are not going to run the ball anymore.
yeah, which doesn't look like they are. There's one pass.
I mean, you're halfway through the third quarter and you're down by what? You're down by 4 scores.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a safe bet to say that they probably won't run much.
I won't touch it. I was looking at.
I'd like to see what it's going to be. If the Bears are able to score and cut this to a 2-score game,
Mm-hmm.
that ain't gonna happen because they're. Bears would have to score quick.
Yeah, Aaron Jones receiving yards is half a yard.
He hasn't had one. I don't think he's had one catch. Or no, he's had one catch. It was the one where he lost a yard.
Negative yards, which is you could take the under if you just don't think he'll ever have a catch tonight, which I don't think he will.
He might not be back on the field.
Wow, did he catch that?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Good Lord, this Bears. Oh, my goodness.
Dude, they burn like 20 seconds, then they just give it back. How do you not take Aaron Jones rushing yards? I don't know. Damn, Devontae Adams, all the starters are still in. The Bears are doing what the Bears do, Rob. It's freaking Nagy. He's the worst coach behind Adam Gase. Probably right there, right next to him. I haven't heard that name in a while. Donald Driver.
Oh yeah.
He was clutch. Oh, now there's stuff in Aaron Jones. Or is that Williams? No, it's Williams now.
I was gonna say I'm not sure how much more Aaron Jones is gonna play.
I might take the under on Aaron Jones 100 yards. I don't know. I think you're right. I don't know how much more he's going to get. I think it'll just be Williams probably from here on out. Or at least like majority of it.
I mean, Williams is the yeah, okay, there's Williams.
I think
oh man. Oh.
You should have. Yo, he's dead.
Oh God.
He's dead. That was Lazard too. Oof.
Oh, that was shoulder too. He put his shoulder right in his chest. Probably knocked the wind out of him. Oof.
It was a good hit. It was a clean hit, actually.
It was clean.
I thought it was like bad.
I mean, it looked rough, but it was a clean hit.
He's definitely lost feeling in his shoulder. There's the arm, chest, wherever he hit him.
I don't know that the Bears are going to defense is going to take kindly to the fact that the Packers are throwing the ball up 24 points or whatever it is. So maybe that had a little bit to do with that.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have had a little bit more of that fire, before the Packers scored 35 points.
Should have done the Packers money line, Packers first half money line, Packers first quarter, right. Packers third quarter. Could have done a big parlay. Probably it would have probably gotten me like plus 400 or 300 or something.
Yep, Packers first quarter, first half, first off the bus.
Full game. Packer, Aaron Jones over. Tanyan over. Tanyan anytime touchdown. Damn. What happened? Rodgers and Fuller like talking shit to each other?
Yeah. I think so.
Now they have to like.
Wow.
Yo, they're not letting up, are they?
No, they're not. Green Bay's like, yeah, we're gonna hang 100 on you if you can't stop us.
I'm almost wanting to take Devontae Adams receptions because I think.
What's the live spread on Green Bay? What are we getting live on them? 25.5.
Yeah.
Getting 9.5 on the third quarter. Off the board. 10.5.
I hope so. I hope people have Jamal Williams anytime touchdown. I think Sean was saying that actually.
You think the Packers are going to score here?
Yeah.
I'm going to take Green Bay minus 10.5 on the third quarter. Oh, shit, it just locked out.
Who was that? Is this all Jamal Williams right now, this drive?
It is.
Yeah, I think Jones is done. I was trying to get on Jones. On I was going to get Jones receiving yards under half a yard. I honestly don't think they will ever throw to him. And watch me say that, and then on like the very last play, or like in the fourth quarter, there's just still Williams. I think he's going to be on this whole. Oh, wow. They got him. You think Green Bay is going to go for it? Like they're going to be that big of a douche? Or?
I think they are going to go for it.
To waste more time. That's probably why. Right. Because they don't care. Because if they don't convert it.
Right.
It is what it is.
Take a shot here.
Yeah, you could do that. Maybe not.
And they took a timeout. I don't know what they're doing.
They're probably going to think about it. Gerardo's saying go for it.
Might as well.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well. Or like you said, maybe just like if there was a play that you haven't ran in a while, or like a play that you're thinking of running, maybe you just kind of run that to the end zone, maybe try to throw for a touchdown. You get it, you don't.
Right.
Whatever, they get the ball at the 20-yard line or wherever you're at, 15-yard line. Yeah, 15.
Yeah, I mean you're up 3 scores. 4 scores.
Yeah. I think he is going to take a shot for it at the end zone.
I think so. I think it's going to be Tanyan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Devontae.
Nope. First down.
Oh, you just ran with it. All right.
Lewis.
Yeah, Jamal Lewis plus 450. That's what Gerardo's looking for.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Oh. There it is.
Nice hit, Gerardo.
Doesn't Jimmy Graham play for the Green Bay Packers?
He plays for the Bears.
Oh, Bears. Okay.
That's why I was asking Sean earlier, because I actually have
Do you have him in?
I've got Jimmy Graham in fantasy, and
You have him started?
not tonight.
Probably good because I don't think he's caught anything, right?
Nice. Oh no, you know what? I have him and Tanyan on the same team. Yeah, I've got him and Tanyan on the same team. So I started Tanyan.
Started Tanya.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jimmy Graham's gonna even catch anything here.
Well, the thing with Graham is that
he's a blocking tight end more.
He doesn't. I mean, he'll be targeted. He'll be targeted maybe 3 times in a game, like 3 or 4 times in a game, and he'll normally get like 2 for 30, and if he gets a touchdown, then he's a top 10 tight end. If he doesn't get a touchdown, then he's not.
Yeah.
Basically, you're banking on the touchdown. Like if he scores a touchdown, then you're happy you started him. Otherwise, you get like 5 points.
Have you seen him in the game though? Has he even started?
No, I haven't seen him in the game. That's why I was asking Sean. Like, is Jimmy Graham maybe somebody? I don't know if Jimmy Graham's somebody who's favored by Foles. I haven't had him on my team since the beginning of the season. I've only had him since about halfway through the season.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe he's somebody that was favored by Foles or not.
Need some Bears trash time points now. That's the issue, Rob. I don't know if the Bears are going to get any.
I don't know if the Bears are capable of scoring points.
Yeah.
I mean, literally the best drive, the best drive, there was a Montgomery run. The best drive they had this entire game was like the first drive.
They might actually start rushing with Montgomery because it's over now. So they might just play regular football.
I think that they're going to keep going after it. And the reason why I think they're going to keep going after it is because I think that Matt Nagy and Trubisky are both playing and coaching for their jobs.
That's true.
I know Trubisky is auditioning right now, probably. So, I mean, I don't think they're going to pack it in. And I think Nagy's got to feel like he's probably on the hot seat a little bit.
Yeah. Who's out there right now? So, I think it's now just going to be. Who is that?
Null?
No. Yeah.
I think Null.
No.
Come on, Mitch, run the ball, you bitch. Ken's still waiting on those rushing yards. I don't. He doesn't need that many. I don't see how you don't get it. I mean, he's going to get flushed out of the pocket at some point. I just feel like the Bears' offense hasn't.
I don't understand the Bears' offense. This is what you and me were talking about earlier. Like, I just don't.
Yeah, like where did the plays go? Like what? It feels like
what do you
have the ball, but you don't have. Like I can't tell you what they're actually doing with the ball.
I want to see Tony Romo do a Bears game. See if he can figure it out.
Yeah, he would break it down and be like, "Oh yeah, he needs to throw this underneath route right here," and he's like, "But they would be lined up at the line, and they would need 1 yard, and both of the there'd be receivers on both sides, and they'd be playing like 10 yards off the line, and then somehow Trubisky would throw like 40 yards down the field. Like I would love to hear Romo's analysis of Trubisky's decision making. He'd look at what he did and he'd be like, well, that's an interesting way to approach it.
Yeah. Need eight yards from Mitch. Yeah, you guys just have to hope like the Packers blitz him and he's got to scramble out.
Right. Gonna get him out of the pocket.
Actually, he hasn't had to scramble much tonight, right? Like he hasn't been getting that much pressure on him consistently.
The Packers, I don't know. The Packers line is not that good.
No,
I mean, they've been getting gashed in the run game, which it's like, you watch Montgomery gash them on the first drive or the first two drives, and yet how much? I want to look here.
Have we seen Montgomery since? Like I feel like we haven't really seen him. Like we've seen him, and he's gotten like 2 yards here on like a carry, and that's it. And then like you don't.
No. No. Yeah, he's got 77 rushing yards on 7 carries.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
And
10 yards a carry.
And that first carry on the first drive.
Oh, right. That was the majority.
Was 57 yards.
Okay.
So he has 6 carries for 20 yards since that.
And that was a fuck up by the Green Bay defense. Like you said, like there was
nobody on the line.
There was no defenders in the middle of the field.
They forgot to play defense on that play.
Who's that?
Yeah, they forgot to play defense on that one. This is brutal, man, watching, because it's like our teaser is dying slowly. Like right now we're pushing on 51. So it's dead.
Well, this is the garbage time touchdown, right? Like this is where
the rest of the game is garbage, I think.
Well, the Bears are gonna be running like a 2-minute drill for 2 minutes.
I mean, I don't think anybody else took it. Yeah, I don't think anybody else took it. I did take Green Bay minus 10.5 on the third quarter, so that cashed.
Nice. Somebody false start.
That was actually plus 105.
Yeah, Bears penalties again getting in the way. Throw it away. Where are they at, on their side of the field, or?
I think they're on like the 50, aren't they?
Yeah.
Close to midfield. Yeah, looks like they're midfield.
Yo,
Nice
D-Money. D-Money,
James Madison, an under double winner.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, Mitch.
Oh, boy. He throws it into the ground.
This Mitch is magic. He's magically making my money disappear.
Yeah.
He's making my bankroll disappear. Wow.
I guess Packers minus 7.5 was a lock.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, what has it been?
Fourth down. There we go. First down.
Who was that too?
Is that Miller?
Oh, yeah.
Can you guys just score? Just kill the teaser so that I know that it's dead. And then
And lose any type of hope.
and then so that I can at least cheer for the Bears to score some points. Because I need the 9.5.
Oh, I like that. Central Auburn -3. Actually, like that for tomorrow. We gotta get Ramon back into the Discord.
There's a nice run from Montgomery. 10, 11 yards.
How many is he at right now? Because it was 80 that I didn't take. What would have been?
91.
Yeah. He would have cashed right now.
If that updated.
He would have cashed anyway.
Yeah, 91.
Yeah, it was like 83 or something. He kind of looks like Tony Romo on that face mask. Mitch Trubinsky. I don't know why.
There was Jimmy Graham. I think that was his first target.
Yeah. Actually, live bet his under yards, so I was hoping he didn't catch that. It was like under 10.5 yards. So. He's only had 16 targets in the red zone. Oh yeah, he is a red zone target, isn't he?
Who, Jimmy Graham?
Yeah, you were saying before.
Yeah. Yep, there was a catch right there.
Yep, that was it.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it.
That's all they hit him.
Yeah. Like I said, if he scores a touchdown, then you're good. If he doesn't, then you're not.
Yeah.
That's what they use him for. Touchdown. Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
Well, there's 7. We need another. We need field goal. Got enough time. Teaser officially dead.
Yeah. Allen freaking Robinson. Was that his second one? No, he didn't catch one before.
No, that's his second touchdown.
The second one, right?
Yeah.
No, I just need a field goal too for the second half over. Yeah. I mean, I think Green Bay's not going to stop scoring, so.
I think they might be done now.
No, they might be done.
I think they might be done. I'm not sure. Man, my fantasy. I'll tell you what. I left my house after my Like I left my house after the 1 o'clock games were on.
Yeah.
Everything, fantasy, everything looked great. Like I was winning all my games, and I'm like, oh man, this is good. I'm gonna win all my games this week.
Yeah.
And the only leg of my teaser that I needed was the Rams. I just need the Rams to win the game, and I'm like, oh, should be no problem. Rams should win this game, no problem.
Right.
And then I come back at like 6:30, and Tyreek Hill has like 500 receiving yards and like 17 touchdowns in a game. And the team that I had that was playing, I'm playing against Tyreek Hill on the team that I have Derrick Henry on. So like I was way out in front after the 1 o'clock games. And then I come back and I'm like, he got 63 points from Tyreek Hill. He got 25 from Drake. He got 37 from Deshaun Watson the other day. I had 45 from Derrick Henry. Long story short, I have Allen Robinson on that team too, and we're tied right now at 180 even.
I think. I mean, yeah. Gee, they won't. Bears won't be kicking any field goals. Both sides probably won't be, and both sides will go for it on fourth down, depending on how far they get if they're over their own side. I kind of do think that the Bears do score, though.
I think the Bears score again. It might not come until very, very late.
Yeah.
I feel like the Bears are almost always due for a touchdown in like the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
And then it makes the games, I mean, the game's over. The game's essentially over. Like if you watch the game, it's over. But it makes it look not as bad.
Right.
Like the Bears might lose this game, I don't know, 41-27, 41-31.
Right.
Like I feel like that's more of a, that's more realistic than, and if the Packers somehow score, then that's even going to let the Packers aren't going to be they're going to be giving the Bears everything underneath. They're not going to be trying to lock them down.
I mean, the live over-under is 64.5, and it's juiced on 64.5 to -170. So it tells you who was that, Jamal Williams?
Jones.
Oh, he's still getting carries, huh?
So they're at 58. What did you say, 64?
64.
So they don't think there's going to be another touchdown?
No, they do think it's juiced at over 64.
Oh, it's juiced at the over. Yeah. I would say, yeah, I would lean over that 64.5. I think there's another touchdown in this game. Oh, nice. Ken said Columbus won.
Oh, an extra time. Nice.
Is that what that means?
Yeah. So basically so if you'd selected Columbus, to qualify. Oh, in regulation time, Jordan says what? It's won in overtime. Lost Columbus. He lost Columbus ML in regulation time. Got it.
Wait, so they win the game, but the money line doesn't win?
Well, no. So if you took the money line, the money line's always 90 minutes, so it doesn't include extra time. So if they win in extra time, you lose your bet if you take it in regular. And on my book, I don't know if your book's the same way, but.
Well, let me figure that out because I don't know either.
Because in my book, for these type of tournaments, I have to select Columbus to qualify for the next round. So that means that if they win in overtime, they move on. So that's how you bet overtime at my book.
Oh.
Or how you bet, like, including overtime. For a team to win, you have to say to qualify for the next round.
Yeah. No, I lost.
Yeah, it's so annoying that they do that. Like basketball doesn't do that, you know?
Yeah, I don't understand how, like, a money line bet is a money line bet. It should be the result.
But it's 3-way, I guess, so that makes
Right. But it's 3-way, but it's not. I mean, it's 3-way, but it's not really 3-way. Like 3-way betting is you're betting win, lose, or draw, right?
right. So you gotta bet draw to draw, and but your team could still win in overtime, in extra time, like the team you want. It's weird. It's just
Yeah, they moved the total. My total moved up to 65.5.
well, because they think the Packers are going to score here, which I don't think they will. We'll see in a second. They're really lining up 4 receivers. Jesus.
Oh Lord! Oh,
Wow.
they were going for it.
Yeah.
All right, now they're gonna punt.
Damn, Green Bay doesn't no holds.
No, they don't. They don't care.
What did the line total drop down to now? It's got to be like 63 now. Still 65.
Mine's still locked out.
It's 64 now. 64 and a half.
64
and a half. Like I said, I think the Bears score. I think
so. 65 is a touchdown,
Oh, you're right.
right?
Yeah.
58.
There's still 8:37 left. I mean, the Bears are going to get.
I feel like there's another touchdown in this game.
I do too.
The problem is
That would have been Adams over.
the problem with that 9.5 or 19.5 that we got with the Bears is that they're not kicking field goals.
Yeah.
So basically, it's if you take the 64.5, it's just a double down on the 19.5, I guess,
Basically.
more or less. Man, that sucks. I thought that Columbus bet won.
Yeah. If Bears score a TD, they will go for 2. Not really. They don't need. I mean, they will need to eventually, but
yeah, I think they probably kick. I think they probably kick the extra points until they get to a point where they need to make the 2.
right.
I mean, they're down by so many right now.
Yeah, they're down 24. Their main goal is just to get as close as possible. Then you start
Right.
going for 2s and start doing those type of things. I think at this point they just need touchdowns.
Jimmy Graham.
There you go. Who was he? Who did he play for before the Bears? The Panthers? No, Panthers. Jimmy Graham was
Packers.
Packers?
Packers, I think. I think he played for the Packers. He played for the Saints. Played for Seattle, I think.
Oh, he played for Seattle, really?
I think so. Yeah, because Seattle traded with the Saints, I think. Didn't they? Didn't they trade their
Yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
they traded their center or something.
Yeah.
Like they traded an offensive lineman for Jimmy Graham. And then after they did that, their offensive line just completely went in the shitter. It's like, man, good thing we got Jimmy Graham and no offensive line.
Yeah.
I forget who the
So he left New Orleans because he wanted to be paid like a wide receiver instead of a tight end.
right.
Because he was basically used as like he was racking up yards equivalent to like more than receivers, even on his own team.
Yeah, Max Unger. Yeah, Saints traded Jimmy Graham and a 4th round pick to the Seahawks for center Max Unger and a 1st round pick.
Right.
I wish I had the power to put that comment on the screen, Ken. Or yeah, I just leave that up there the whole time.
You're at the 50. They'll probably make this. This is 4 down territory now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hate when the ref just comes in there and he like holds the ball, doesn't let them like get it off. Oh, they got all these different looks coming.
This is I like how Allen Robinson sets the ball down where
Wait,
he
how
thinks
is
he
that not-
caught it and it's short.
He caught it ahead of the spot. Yeah, it's 1st and 10. I don't know why you placed it short. There you go.
There. Just oh Lord Mitch. Oh.
Oh boy.
I'm just
if he was just a little bit better with that.
I'm just watching that 9.5 float away when he's throwing that ball up.
He was fluttering up there too.
Wow.
That would have been a good catch.
Well, he completely he threw it behind him and over his head. There we go. Man, go. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Just get the 1st down.
Yeah.
I don't really care if they how much clock they waste. We just need them to score here.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, but when he dropped that, I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
I would just run the ball, get the 1st down, and then you got downs to work with. Or I mean, you could throw it. That's fine.
As long as it's not an interception.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're going to keep giving them this underneath stuff.
I mean, yeah.
One of these is going to have to go in the – and you know what? Green Bay doesn't even care. Green Bay will let them in.
I honestly don't think that the Green Bay defense is like really looking to like they're going to give them a hard time, but they're not looking to like.
No, exactly. They're not.
They don't.
They're not going to sell out to stop them from scoring here. They will let you use this entire clock and get a touchdown. Oh.
Oh. That was close. There were 3 guys standing there.
This is brutal to watch. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And like the game is over. Like they've lost the game, so I can't even imagine. And to be honest, if I was like a Bears fan, I probably would have stopped watching this game after the first or second touchdown in the second half for the Packers.
I gotta actually.
Yeah, timeout.
Yeah, I think we're just waiting here to see if this is because this is going to be the last score.
Yeah, I would think so.
Deep dish pizza is overrated. Yes, sir. Nice.
Keep throwing to Robinson.
It's going to be a 3rd and 1.
There you go. Come on.
Yeah. Nice. Let's hope he punches it in here. I mean, I think they will. I don't, like you said, I don't think the Green Bay defense is gonna.
Yeah, I don't think Green Bay is going to give them too much of a hard time here.
No.
Oh.
No.
God.
Oh my God, that was bad.
Maybe we just keep it on the ground, or we throw it to a guy who's not 5'10". Oh my God, Miller fell down.
I think he would have caught that. I think at 5 yards, if you hand it to Montgomery, I think he might be able to punch it in. No, I think they should on this.
Or run it in with Trubisky or something. I mean, God.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this bunch of receivers. What the hell is going on here?
Christ.
There you go. There it is.
Yeah, there it
is. Nice.
I see what they were doing. They just wanted to do the block.
Yep. So there's that second half team total.
There it is. Yep.
Cash that.
Cash that. Nice. Boom. Give me that.
Then that was did that cash? I think Rob and some of the guys in the chat were on the second half over. I know.
Yeah, that should have cashed it.
21.5.
I think it did, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because they have 27 points in the second half. Yeah, second half over cashed. The Bears team total cashed. I was going for 2.
Got it.
Got it. Nice.
I mean, if the under is going to go down, it might as well go down big.
Bro. Oh, wait. If he kicks an onside kick, get it back, and then you score a touchdown. It could be. Bears are notorious for that, man. This could be like a this could be an onside kick recovery.
We got our first snowstorm of the year is coming this week.
Shoot.
So they got the winter storm warnings out already. It's supposed to start, I think, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, wow.
Yeah, tomorrow night they're let's see. They're calling for, I think they're calling for 8 to 12 inches here. 8 to 12?
Yeah.
Maybe 6 to 8. I don't know. It's weird because, you know, we've got the lake and all the everything always goes out over the lake and then it like ramps up and then it'll just dump. So we're like where I'm at, we're on the very edge of the lake effect. I'm literally like I'm probably 60 miles.
Okay.
60 or 70 miles from the lake, but we still get lake effect snow. Like we still get lake effect snow bands here.
Yeah.
So
Well, those were two good caches that we had. That somewhat make up for.
yeah, it offsets the teaser a little bit, and I cashed the third quarter and I cashed that Tanyan anytime touchdown. So those were a couple of good ones too. I don't know if anybody else was on that Tanyan touchdown. I know no, I don't think anybody was on that third quarter.
No, I was on the Tanyan touchdown. I took that for a quarter unit, so.
Yep.
Oh, no. The Bears still have 3 timeouts though. It's 3:20.
Right.
They could get this ball back with little under 2 minutes left if they can do 3 stops here and score a touchdown. Oh wow, Lambeau pays for I think the people that live there or something.
I mean, the team is owned by the team's owned by the city, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah, the town there.
Oh wow. Oh,
Yeah.
The team? Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And the Packers are still throwing the ball. And Rodgers is pissed that this dude dropped it.
He's like, come on, man.
Come on.
Yo,
Lewis is like, we're up 2 touchdowns.
Still in the game. Second, why are you still throwing it? Because now the Bears don't have to use any timeout.
I mean, I don't know that you can keep Rodgers off the field because of Jordan Love. Like, I don't think there's any way that Rodgers is going to let Jordan Love on this field ever. Like, he's going to have to be dead.
Well, that was a route out of bounds too, which is kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Because if the receiver had caught that, he would have gone out of bounds and he would have wasted the clock.
I wonder if we can get any more. I almost want to. I don't think I'm going to get a lot. Might not get a live line on this. This might be over.
What?
I was going to say, I kind of want to hit the over again. Let's see what it is.
I would say Bears have a chance of backdooring, but they don't. It would still be 11-point game. Or
Yeah,
Nine?
but I think the Bears definitely have a chance to score again.
Yeah, I think so.
If
If they
the
get
Packers,
or do the Packers try to? No, the Packers wouldn't try to go for it on fourth here. They would just. It depends how
they
close.
might
It's 3rd and 9. Depends how close they get, I guess.
go for it on fourth.
If it's 3rd and 1 or something, or 4th and 1.
I think we're gonna find out.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Devontae Adams. Yeah. 4th down.
Rodgers is so pissed right now.
Yeah, look at his face is so red too.
He's so mad.
Does he actually think they're gonna lose the game? Like is he actually? Because he's looking up at the clock too, and he's like, is he actually worried that like the Bears are gonna score real fast and score again? And even if they, it's still 3 scores, isn't it? Like it wouldn't even matter.
It's no, it's 2 scores. 16. Right? 16.
Yeah,
it's 16.
Okay.
2 touchdowns and
And
2 2-point conversions
Oh,
with a onside kick mixed in the middle there. Oh, they're gonna go for it.
Yeah. Rodgers wants to go for it.
Nope, there you go.
No.
Tanyan.
Yeah, he was wide open too. Nobody on him. Are Bears going to use their last time out here? Yeah. Use your last time out. You get a stop. Well, you're better off using your last time out now. It's like 2:45. You get a stop, and then he has to get a playoff before the 2-minute one in. And then you get the 2-minute one in. Yeah, there you go. That's what they did. Yeah, this one's over. I don't think Mitch is going to get the ball back. Rich, look at the private chat. I wrote down all of guys. What's Ramon had left plays in the chat, so
Yep.
I wrote some of them down. I'll put them in the Discord. Ramon, yeah, you could message me, and if you want to get into the Discord, or if something's wrong, I could see if I could mess with the settings. And that should be it. Yeah, that's it for the game. They got the first down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
I don't know. I think Sean has to end the stream.
Does he? I think he'll jump on probably when it's done.
This guy actually this guy actually took a step forward to take this knee so that he didn't lose the rushing yard.
He's got his own what's it called? He's got his own props on himself.
Right. Oh man, these guys are going after him.
Oh man. Oh shit. Somebody fell.
You could see they were barking at him before they took before they took that knee. Something was going to go on in that last one.
All right. Yeah, I guess I guess we could leave. Everybody leave. We're done. I guess Sean will just have to jump in and disconnect this. If it's running on his iPad, it'll probably something will happen. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We cashed the last couple second half plays, so had a couple anytime touchdowns. Maybe that helped. We lost the teaser.
Teaser loses. I think we had we cashed Tanyan's receptions. We cashed Tanyan anytime. We cashed Bears second half or Bears over 19.5. Bears over 9.5 second half. What else? Second half over cashed.
Aaron Jones rushing.
Aaron Jones.
Rushing yards. Sorry.
Yep. I think we had more cashers than not. So
yeah, we're gonna have to look at the numbers, but
we cashed that. We cashed the Bears first penalty, and we also cashed the Bears first quarter.
Yeah, it's true. So, we'll have to get together and just figure out the numbers. But all right, Thanks guys. Have a good night.
Yep, thanks guys. Take it easy. See you, Rob. See you, Gerardo.